Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of a drunken degenerate watching the National Football League.
And welcome everybody to Stay Tuned Sports on this Thursday night. We're ready to go ahead and watch the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen, Mr. Haley Steinfeld himself, taking on the Houston Texans and the NFL's best defense down there as they're wearing their battle red, or as I call them, the Fighting Satans, down there at NRG Stadium there in Houston, Tejas. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. Again, my name is King. If you like us, and why wouldn't you? We're good people. We're nice people. But if you like us, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that share button. Let people know that we exist right now. Not a lot of people do know that. You can help that. Hit that share button. Let people know that we are actually around and alive. And we're here. And we're thriving. Also, if you'd like to help us out as well, and if you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us out tremendously as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers to hopefully be monetized here on this wonderful platform known as YouTubes. And it's wonderful and it's amazing so long as we do get monetized and get money. And if not, then I don't know. We'll say mean things about it, I guess. I don't know. Give me what I want or I'll say mean things. I don't think that's going to help. But anyway, thank you so much. If you want to help us out a little bit more directly, again, because those ways, absolutely free. Like, share, subscribe. Those are all the free ways to do it. If you want to help us out a little bit more directly, we have a link for our donation station at our merch store up in the top of the chat, which is wide open. Come in, say hi, say hello. You don't even have to be a subscriber to come into the chat. You can just pop into the chat anytime you want. You can say, hey, be part of the community. Join us. It would be fantastic. You can go ahead and do that. I was going to say something, and then I saw that Crafty says your scoreboard has Stroud on it, but Mills is starting. Crafty, that's from ESPN, and that is the leading passing yards for the right now, the leader in passing yards for the Texans on the season is C.J. Stroud with 1,702. That's why. The new one doesn't start. They don't do that until the game starts. It's ESPN. It's on ESPN's Gamecast. That's what that is. Crafty. you have to read the day. You know, it's for the season total. Before the game starts, it's for the season total. And then once the game starts, it switches over. That's why it's there, though. They let you know right before the game starts. It gives you a nice little, see, look at the nice little ESPN stats there. Lets you know who's leading and what and everything like that. You know what I mean? Like there hasn't been 64 tackles in this game. Crafty. The game hasn't started yet. So there we go. But yes, anyway, top of the chat, description below this video, we have links for our donation station and our merch store. Donation station, whatever you'd like to donate would be fantastic. Again, if you want to get your name on the ticker, like Pecan has had his name on there for over a year now, donate more than $110, you get your name onto the ticker. Again, and we also have our merch store with all our merch available. You can go there now. We got the Just End the Season shirt for the Jets. We've got a Bengals Sell the Team. We've got a Jackson Dart shirt. I need to get a Scatabo shirt up there, that's for sure. We have our 8-bit helmet shirts. We've got coffee mugs. We've got actual coffee, by the way, the Danny Dimes blend. We've got a lot of products there. You can go over at bit.ly/stay tuned merch. Probably the best piece of merch we have, or the one that people really, really comment about. These are Fuck the Ref shirts. That's right, available both in hoodie and t-shirt forms. You can go over to bit.ly/stay tuned merch and get your Fuck the Ref shirt. It comes pre-pixelated, so you won't be offending anybody with the visual aspect of it. But they'll get the message, they'll understand, and trust me, there's not a person in this world, whether they're from the lowest of the lows or if they're up there with the Pope, they understand. Fuck the refs. Fuck the refs. Hoodie and t-shirts available over at the Stay Tuned Sports merch store. Link at the top of the chat or the description below. Or just go to bit.ly/stay tuned. Merch. Crafty says Dart could return for the Lions. He could, and maybe he will. I wouldn't mind starting Jameis for another game. Just, be careful. Be safe. I want to be careful with the future of the franchise. I really do. So we'll see. And we'll see what happens there. Scadabo's a nut. I love that kid. That kid is crazy. And I want nothing less from my running back. I want my running back to be a borderline schizophrenic psychopath. And Scadabo is that. So I like that kid. ELS in the chat says, King, we have some news in the Indoor Football League. Look at that. FanDuel Sports Network is going to broadcast the IFL games. Boy, ELS, if I knew where to find the FanDuel Sports Network, I would be all over that. I know apparently that's where Kay Adams is, but I haven't seen Kay Adams since she left Good Morning Football. So, I mean, that tells you all you need to know. Is it like, where do you even get that? Is it on anything? Like, is it like an online streaming network? Is it on cable at all? I mean, I haven't had cable in 15 years. So I don't know. Like, that's what I mean. I'm unaware of anything of what's going on there. I don't know what that means. So, like, Adrian Peterson then says, Crafty, I don't know what that means, Crafty. I don't know what that means. Not seeing him since I don't know. Oh, you're talking about Scadabo? About being unhinged? Was Adrian Peterson really that kind of crazy? I mean, he beat the shit out of his kid. I don't know if that qualifies as being a, he's not a fun psychopath. He's just a bad dad, I guess. I don't know. He says you wanted the schizophrenic. I don't think that's it. I don't think he's schizophrenic. I just think he's bad. Lloyd in the chat says moo. I'm assuming he means that for the old fighting Satans here. I mean the Texans. Not big on. I don't like these particular Texans uniforms, but yeah. It's a nice stadium, though. Was there anything? Was something else? Oh yeah, Joe Burrow might be playing on Sunday. At first, when they started saying, "Oh, he's taking reps," and I was like, "Oh, that's good. He's getting in there." They're like, "Oh, this could be a way where he's going to be back on Sunday." And I was like, initially, I was like, "Nah, like come on, let's relax." Like Joe, he's back there. He's practicing. He's getting in there, but he's still on IR technically, I think. And they were going to do all that, and it was no. Apparently, they're looking at maybe nope. He might be starting, which is I don't know. Like at that point, the Bengals are just why would you? I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot going on there. By the way, ELS says today's trivia is all Houston Texans. Categories are history, current players, get to know, NRG. I guess he meant to say stadium, but he says park, and legendary players. Crafty says copper unis. They look like, I don't think they're copper. They're just red. It's got the helmets are they've got the dazzle material, the flaked, the metallic flake red. But ELS says King, it's the Bengals. They don't give a shit. Lloyd in the chat says King. Lloyd. There is Mr. Haley Steinfeld. I do like the finish. I like the finish on the helmets. I don't like the fact that it's just got, the two weird bull horns on it. And, again, I think it could have been better. Could have been better is all I'm going to say. I think it could have been better. But the Texans are going to get the ball first here. Returned up to the 22. Oh, God. Wow, this might be the earliest time we've ever seen her up here without the Taylor counter. How you doing, Taylor? Yep, it was returned up to the 22-yard line. So there you go. And there you go, Crafty. See, now we have the game stats, the current game stats up and ready to go for you. Lloyd says, ooh, that was definitely the wrong chat. Don't read that. Davis Mills on first down throws, and it's going to be dropped. That was their tight end. Cade Stover drops the ball. You're not going to be getting a second chance at that, Cade. Cade Stover, more like career over. Here we go, a handoff. That's going to be a pretty decent gate. I would say about 5 yards on that. 5, 6 yards. Woody Marks. Everybody kind of was big on him coming into the fantasy season, and then they got upset because the Texans weren't using him a lot. We got word today that apparently Joe Mixon is not going to play this year due to his foot injury, and then Mixon and his agent came out and said, wait a minute, I don't like how they're saying that. I don't think we're out for the year at all. So some drama in Houston a little bit when it comes to that. Whoa, the Bills, they got a little pressure there on Davis Mills. Hurries the throw. It's off its mark. And that's going to be 4th and 4 upcoming for the Texans. And it looks like they're going to have to punt on this first drive. 3 and out. That was Bosa in the backfield. Joey Bosa, not Nick, so Pepper Jack doesn't have to worry about that. She gets the trembly legs there. She gets the jello legs over Nick Bosa in his arms. So to be fair, who doesn't? Who doesn't? We got a flag. Jesus Christ. I don't want to start that early. What do we got, Mr. Official? Holding on the Billy Boys. So that's going to put the Bills starting at, after that particular penalty where they marked it off. ELS says, hey, it's Houston. There's always drama with the quarterback. Cough, cough, Watson. Here's the thing. I was huge on when Deshaun Watson was in Houston with the Texans. Boy, he was good. I was all over Deshaun Watson. Apparently, he was all over a lot of the massage parlors too. But like when he was in Houston, man, there was legitimate reason to think like, oh my God, this kid's gonna be something. He's gonna be great. And it turned out that was what it was. But you know, just don't be weird, people. That's all. Just don't be weird. So now it's 1st and 10 from the Buffalo 19-yard line here for the Bills. On 1st and 10, Cook, he's going to get it for about 4 yards. 2nd and 6 upcoming. ALS is going to correct. How many flags for this game? Again, I'd like to say at least under 15, but I doubt it. Knowing the NFL and the primetime game, it's a primetime game. It's the NFL and it's Thursday, so this strikes me as over 15. Bosa has indeed been impactful for the Bills, Crafty. I agree. He says it's the most fun he's had playing since he started in the NFL. Josh looks, throws. Oh, he had Dawson Knox, and he could not hold on to it. Allen got away from the pressure, but could not connect with Knox. I believe Kincaid is out for this game. So it's gonna be all Knox all the time. A little hard Knox action there for the Bills. Yes, Justin Tucker's suspension did end, so somebody's going to need a kicker, and somebody's going to say, hey, listen, I don't care who or how he gets jerked at some weird massage parlors and finishes himself off. We need a kicker. That's going to be caught near the first down marker, but it looks like the officials are going to call an illegal man downfield on the Bills. And now we're having another 10-minute conversation. This is fantastic. So they picked up the flag. They said, no, ineligible player downfield. Doesn't matter. You threw the flag and you made us stop the game for a minute and a half, so go fuck yourselves. So now it's going to be, so since they picked it up, it's going to be 4th and half a yard, and the Bills look like they might be going for it here, deep in their own end. Whoa, getting a little Dan Campbell action here. Hey, we got Young Way Cool. We're fine. We got Young Way Cool, so I don't think we don't need Justin Tucker. We don't need Justin Tucker. Josh Allen takes the snap, jumps over the line, and he's going to get a first down. Nobody's pushing that tush except for Haley, man. Yeah, that's what he said. He just said, I'm going to leap over this. Don't touch my butt. Whoop. There he goes. Little Superman there. I can't be your Superman. Can't be your Superman. Can't be your Superman. You're Superman. You're Superman. Lloyd says he's got the Bills. Yeah, I've got the Bills as well. On 1st and 10, Cook's going to get half a yard, if that. 2nd and 9 upcoming. Up from the 31-yard line, about 31-ish, 31 and a half-ish, somewhere around there. They're really going to say no gain on that, huh? I thought he got at least a half a yard. All right, 2nd and 10 coming up here. Man in motion. Josh Allen looks. He's going to throw it to Cook out of the backfield. He's got a block from his receiver. He tries to do a little too much dance and only gets a yard. If Cook would have went vertical, he could have gotten at least a couple more yards. It's going to be 3rd and 9. It's going to be a long way to go here on this one. They say 3rd and 8. Never mind. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. I don't know how to spot a football in the NFL, apparently. That's the bane of my existence. Bane of my existence, trying to figure out how they mark these goddamn balls here. Got to get to the 40-and-a-half-yard line for the Bills to get a first down. That's going to be Johnson, and he's going to get it down to the 47, 46. Looks like the 46. It's going to be a first down for the Bills. They needed 8. They got about 12. Ty Johnson, by the way. Play action here from Josh Allen. Looks, throws, Knox catches this one, and that's going to be close to another first down. The referee does a little skip at the end. That was cute. Oh, he's got a little skip to my low, huh, Mr. Official? Aw. Just float. He's just floating. He's having a good time. He's just having a good time. He's like, hey, you know what? Sometimes you just want to do a little whoop, a little skip-it-a-loo. 2nd and inches, as Knox was just short. Allen, play action. He's going to go to the air again. Throws. That's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Joshua Palmer and just kind of skipped it off the turf. Lloyd says he loves the Texans uniform. Hey, you're the one. I'm not a huge fan of them. 3rd and inches. Josh Allen, it's going to be a handoff to Cook, and he got it, and he's gone! 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Buffalo Bills. On 3rd and inches, Cook takes it to the house. That's the problem when you stuff the box, giggity. Sometimes something will slip right through. Extra point attempt, hold, kick, up, and no good. Wide to the left. So the Bills only stay up 6-0 on the Texans down in Houston. The Bills 6, the Texans nothing. Texans get the ball back. It's going to be their second possession to see if they can go ahead and get on the board. ELS says, man, they gave him too much space. Yeah, they gave him the whole fucking field to run. That'll go against you. That'll go against you. ELS in the chat says, question 1 here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by a good friend ELS. What was the first year that the Texans made the playoffs? What was the first year that the Houston Texans made the playoffs? That's a very good question. Lloyd, he gave his answer as 2004. I actually don't know. I remember their first game. I remember watching their first game. Yes, ELS, I'm that old. And they beat the Dallas Cowboys in their very first game as an expansion franchise. That was pretty cool. Because screw the Cowboys. I want to say it was a little bit longer because I didn't think it was just 2 years until they made the playoffs. I thought it took a little while longer. Like, I don't know. Like, again, I don't know. I'll take a shot in the dark and say 2006 because I don't know. Because I don't know. So that'll be I'll say 2006. Lloyd says 2004. Lloyd says, oh, yeah, no, the expansion was 2002. Yes, that was. But you were 4, yeah, because you were tiny. I was in fall of 2002. I was 21. I was 21. I just turned 21. Wow. I think we're all. I actually looked it up. That's crazy. Yeah, I was 21. I was 21 in 2002. In fall of 2002, I was 21 because my birthday's in August. So. ELS wasn't even a sparkle in his dad's eye. Yeah, when I give my answer, I look it up then and see like how wrong I am. Boy, we were all wrong on that one. 2011 was the answer there. Crafty says 2010. I'll give him credit. I think he got there. I think he got there enough. Crafty says 2010. He's by far closest. Oh, big return for the Texans all the way up to the 41-yard line. Great return. And let's see if they can do something here with Davis Mills and this good field position that they have. Here's the thing. I thought it was longer than just 2 years, but I didn't think it was 2011. I didn't think it was almost 9-10 years. That was their 10th season. Yeah, they ruined Carr. They ruined that poor David Carr kid. They did. Handoff here on 1st and 10 for the Texans, and they get a good 6-yard gain out of Nick Chubb. Bills have allowed 399 rushing yards in the previous 2 games. That's the most in a 2-game span since 2017. Can the Bills' rushing defense stop the Texans here? We'll see. Actually, they gave him 7, not 6 yards there for Chubb. 2nd and 3 for the Battling Satans here. Mills takes the snap. It's going to be another handoff here to Chubb, and he's going to get a first down, and they are into Bills territory rather quickly. Just 2 plays. They're going to be there at the Bills' 47-yard line. 47-yard line. It looks like 1st and 10 for the Texans. Lloyd says, I just thought expansion teams usually go high places with joining, just like the Ravens did, Panthers, and Jaguars. Again, technically the Ravens were an expansion team, but really, they had all the players from the Browns. To be fair, that was still, it still took a minute for them to get good, because they were the Browns. But throws on 1st and 10 for Davis Mills, and he's going to get it to Higgins. And that's going to be right. Man, I thought he got there. It looks like they're going to mark him about an inch short. I thought not T. Higgins, Jaden Higgins, by the way, in case you were wondering. I'm not like, hey, when did they trade Higgins? No, it's a different Higgins. And no, not Magnum's Butler either. So they did. The replay assist came in and said, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Actually, that ref doesn't know how to spot a ball. It is a first down. See? Told you. So thank you for that. 1st and 10 for the Texans from the 37. Mills throws. Big ball. Oh, closer to a Bill than anybody else. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Looks like they were looking for Dalton Schultz there. And we're unable to connect. So, give it a shot. You've been running all over them. See if something opened up on the back end. It did not. The Bills' back end is not open. I certainly hope that's not the case for Haley Steinfeld with Josh Allen. But we'll see. If I'm the Texans, I go right back down to the ground and pound here. Man in motion. It is indeed a handoff. Woody Marks gets about 12 yards on 2nd and 10, and that's going to be a first down as the Texans are carving up this Bills rushing defense, which apparently everybody's been doing. Obviously, the Dolphins did it, and then the Buccaneers did it, even though the Dolphins got the win. The Buccaneers did not, as Josh Allen went ham last week. And now here we are on Thursday night, and the Texans are picking up where those last 2 teams left off. So from the 25-yard line, it's going to be a pitch out here to Chubb. Nope, that's Woody Marks, sorry, and he's going to get down to the 6. And that's going to be 1st and goal, Texans. Well, it says that was a good run. Indeed, it was. Indeed, it was. And the Texans just running all over the Bills right now. If I'm the Texans, I don't attempt another pass this entire game. Just run. Run, because the Bills ain't stopping you. The Bills are not stopping you. Look at that big boy. Woo! That's a lot of red. That's a lot of red on that fat fuck. Hand off here to Marks again, and that's going to be nowhere on that game. 2nd and goal from the 6. Do the Texans, maybe do a pitch out here, maybe do an option, maybe do a naked bootleg and, let David Mills' slow ass run into the end zone, something. Mills is going to throw, and it's going to be off the mark. He's incomplete. Jalen Knoll was the intended receiver. Lloyd says, I bet that big boy can knock us all out. You try moving that motherfucker. Yeah, nah. There's a reason why they got him in there. There's a reason why he's on the offensive line. You can't move that son of a bitch. Third and goal. Texans going to throw it again. They look, they throw. The cameraman couldn't follow the fucking action. Thanks a lot, cameraman. You're fired, but it's an incomplete pass, and it's 4th and goal. So the Texans run it all the way down the field, and then in a goal-to-goal situation, they only run it once. Of the 3 downs they played, in a goal-to-go, first down they ran it, and it got no gain. And then they did pass. Against the team that you just ran it down their throats the entire way of the field. Like, that's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it's good. So the Texans do get on the board, and they cut the lead in half, 6-3. And the Bills will get the ball back, but I don't understand that. I just don't understand that. You run the ball down the Bills' throats the entire length of the field. You get in a goal-to-goal situation. Yeah, fine. On first down, you get stopped on the run. So you just now stop and just do passing through. I don't get it. I don't get it. Question 2 here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. He says, how many parking spaces does NRG Stadium have? Considering that it's in Houston, it might have literally 80,000 parking spots because Houston is so goddamn big. I think somebody said, like, the city limits of Houston, like, if you put the city of Houston in its actual city limits, its borders, it's about the size of fucking Connecticut. That's a city. I guess it's ridiculous how big Houston is. I was going to say, I think 20. Crafty says 22,000. I say 20. Lloyd says 26,000. It feels like 20. Yeah, I agree. Probably somewhere in the 20, 22,000 area there. I'll say 20 because that was my answer, and I don't want to step all over Crafty or anybody. So we have 20, 22, 26. Plus, you can also use the parking spot over there at the Astrodome. So, you got a little extra. Kind of like the Meadowlands, The answer is indeed 26,000, right on the spot. Lloyd nailed it with that particular answer in the trivia question. You can join us on our Thursday Night Football Trivia if you'd like to. The chat is open. Come in, say hi, say hello, say how are you doing to myself, to ELFs, to Lloyd, to Crafty, to anybody else that might join us. Paul might join us. We'll see if he jumps in here or not. Pecan might pop in. We'll see. We'll see. Any of the regulars will pop in here and see what we got going on. What else do I? What games am I doing this week? Well, we're doing Friday forecast tomorrow. Then we're gonna do Giants and Lions on Sunday for the 1 o'clock game. I might do Eagles Cowboys 4 o'clock game. Might do it. And then Sunday night is Buccaneers Rams. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one. The 4:32 remaining here in the first quarter. Bills 6, Texans 3. Kick is away. Bills get it at the goal line. Return it to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and to the 22-yard line. It is indeed the 22, but we have a flag down. We'll get our girl up here because it was at the 22. Holding on the Bills on the return. So while the return got to the 22-yard line, that is not where it will stay. Adios, Taylor. Lloyd, don't give me a reason to rage out on you. That's what I'll say. First and 10. The handoff to Cook. He's going to get about 4 or 5 yards on that one. That started at the 12 after the penalty. So what did he get to? About the 17? I think so. I think it's about a 2nd and 5 upcoming. What's the official spot? Oh, they say 6 up to the 18-yard line, 2nd and 4. I guess that last little push, that last little jump there at the end, gave him a bit extra. That was Shakir. He gets the reception. It was kind of a screen pass there, but he loses a yard. So now it's going to go from 2nd and 6 to 3rd and 5. Actually, it was 2nd and 4. He lost 2 yards. They gave him a 2-yard loss, made it 3rd and 6. Never mind. I thought it was. Again, I don't know how to spot this shit. We'll see, Lord. Again, we'll see. Again, we don't have Brian Daboll there. We'll see if it's Jameis or Jackson starting, and maybe we'll do something. Maybe we can do something. Yeah. Again, we gave the Packers all they could handle, and again, I wasn't upset with the Giants coaching in that game with the Packers. I really wasn't. So I'm fairly okay with it. Like, again, the Giants suck anyway. We're probably going to be not. I mean, people are like, oh, the Giants can be eliminated after this Sunday. It's like, motherfuckers. Giants have been eliminated for a while. Giants have been eliminated for a while. Let's be honest. Well, we could be honest with each other. We're good people here, right? We're honest people. Giants have been eliminated for quite some time. Shakir was shaken up on the play, by the way. He's helped off the field. Looks like they're going to take him to the blue tent. Maybe a little bit of a bell ringing. Maybe a little bit of the concussion protocol. So we'll see. He's going to be evaluated here. Keon Coleman out for the 2nd straight game. He missed last week because he missed team meetings. This time, I don't know why, but imagine some kind of disciplinary action, healthy scratch. 3rd and 6. Josh Allen avoiding the pressure, and then he can't as he gets hit and he is hurt. Oh, no. Josh Allen is hurt and he's in pain. Oh, no.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
Oh, no. Oh, no. And Tremor. Do you see Trubisky there on the sidelines with eyes as big as saucers? Like, I got to go in? No. No, 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 no. He gets hit. He goes down, and then he starts immediately writhing in pain. He's up. He's walking off the field, but oh no! What happened? What happened? He gives a quick thumbs up to the coach. He seems to be okay. He seems to be okay. Oh yeah, no, that's right. He passed the line of scrimmage, so. And with that, the Bills do have to punt as it was 4th and 4, and the Texans will get it. You're right. It wasn't a sack. I'd read that, but damn, it looked like it hurt. So that might have been a sack. He might have still been behind the line of scrimmage. That probably was a sack. I think it was a sack. That was more than just getting a wind knocked out. That was, I don't know what it was. If it was just a quick little stinger he got or something, I don't know, maybe. But we've all had the wind knocked out of us at one point. I've never reacted like that. I've reacted like that's how you usually react. Question number 3 here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by a good friend, ELS. ELS asks, who was the first pick in this year's draft for the Texans? I'm imagining that's what you mean here, because he says, who was our first pick in this year's draft? And since you're copying these as far as, I guess, Houston Texans questions go, I'll try to word it in a way that makes more sense to the people watching and listening to us there, ELS. Who was the Texans' first pick in this year's draft? The Texans, this year, in this draft. Just happened. Just happened. Who did the Texans pick? I honestly don't know, because I don't pay attention to the Houston Texans. Crafty said, someone told him Haley was doing a bikini try-on, and he immediately leapt to his feet. Here's the thing, Crafty, though. He gets to see Haley in a bikini as much as she wants. He gets to see Haley Steinfeld in her underwear. In fact, he gets to see Haley Steinfeld without any underwear on. He gets to see Haley Steinfeld in all her Haley Steinfeldness. So, I mean, telling him that is, well, that would make either you or I immediately gain consciousness like we just smelled an entire jar of sniffing salts. I don't know if that had the same impact on Josh Allen. The old hat, as they say. So I don't know. Paul in the chat. Paul, you got a different name. Is that I'm imagining there's only a couple Paul Wilsons. I don't know why it has you differently. Are you under a different account? Are you doing different accounts here, Paul? Paul in the chat says nobody is a Texans fan. Says the Colts fan, by the way. Crafty says, was it Tex McHouston? Fucking love Crafty. Was it Woody? Maybe it was Woody Marks. Maybe it was Woody Marks. I'll say Woody Marks. A guess. That's a straight up guess. I'll say Woody Marks. Chubb on the 1st and 10 run there. He's going to get a couple yards there. 2nd down, and what do we got? What's the spot, Mr. Official? What's the spot? 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. And the Texans go empty backfield against a team that can't stop the run. Mills looks, throws as he was pressured, incomplete. I don't understand what you're doing. Oh, it was Jaden Higgins. We just saw him catch a ball. Damn. God damn, like I don't understand. I like Houston, Houston, if you will, if you're from New York. Why are you just not continually running the ball? I would run the ball even if you go 3 and out on one of your drives here. Still run the ball. Just run the ball. The Bills have shown an inability to stop the run, and now here it is 3rd and 6. They're going to throw. Throws. It's going to be caught. Did he get both feet in? No, he did not. One in there for Jaden Higgins, as we just saw. That was the answer to the question there. Jaden Higgins got 1 foot down. I did not think he got the 2nd foot down. He did not. So it's going to be a punt, a 3 and out for the Texans. Yeah, he gets the 1, and then, yep, that is out. Full on out. I kind of saw that. These eyes are bad. Not that bad. He said, I looked up the answer, but it's still so obscure that I feel dirty for pretending to know it. I admire your honesty, Crafty, and I admire the fact that you said, hey, you know what? I feel like that would be, I think it would be too far. I feel like that would be too far. I appreciate that. That's why we like you, Crafty. That and the dad jokes. The dad jokes are always top tier. And the punt is away. Again, if the Texans lose this game, it's going to be because they just, for some reason, stopped running the ball. Oh, that punt lands at the 1, goes sideways, and then is touchdown at around the 5-yard line. Hell of a punt. You thought that was going into the end zone for a touchback. Instead, it bounces right back sideways. What a hell of a kick. Who's that, Townsend? Tommy Townsend? I think everybody, Tommy Townsend with the hell of a punt that just puts a little English on that ball. I like cool shit like that. Cool shit, as Brendan Purdon would say. I like it. It's fun. ELS says the Texans feel like another team from the NFC South. I wonder who. Yeah. And here's the thing: it's not that, oh boy, they just have a running back that is so great and different and dynamic that it changes games, like Bijan Robinson. It's that the Bills' rush defense is so bad that really anybody can run against them. And you've shown in this game already that you can run against them and run the whole field up and down just running the ball, and they're not running the ball. Even Lloyd says, run that ball. Run the ball. That's it. Handoff here to Cook. 1st and 10 from the 5. He's going to be lucky to get a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 6 upcoming. Oof, boy, yeah. Josh Allen he got hit. But he's back in the game. He's a hockey player. So it wasn't a sack, but he hit him when he was getting ready to throw it. I think that should count as a sack. Josh Allen looks, throws. It's going to be caught. And a 1st down for the Bills as they get a little bit of breathing room. Big gain there. Gabe Davis with the catch there. Crafty asks, is Allen back in? Yes, he is, and he just completed a big pass as they got it all the way down to the 28. So they went from the 6-yard line to the 28-yard line on that pass, a 22-yard gain. You know what that means. Like that one was not a 22-yard gain. That was a gain of a yard, maybe a little bit more than that. Yeah, a little bit more than that. About 6 yards. I didn't see you got that much. I was too busy trying to find Taylor. There she is. But that's the end of the first quarter with the Bills having the lead over the Texans 6-3. The Bills scoring a touchdown, but missing the extra point. So that's why you have that there. As we move on to Quatois number 3. That doesn't make sense. Trois is 3. No, I mean deux. Quatois deux. That French, bad French. I don't know what it is. Fuck the French. I don't care. Anyway, going into the second quarter here, Bills, they're going to have a 2nd and 4 coming up from their own 34-yard line when they come back from commercials. Speaking of which, we are in commercials now, so that means we have question 4 from Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS in the chat. Come into the chat. Join us. Say hi. Say hello. Say how you doing, and join in on some of this beautiful, lovely Texans and Bills trivia action here. Question number 4. What position did Jonathan Joseph play? What position did Jonathan Joseph play? Lloyd says, not even sure. I'm going to say I don't know either, to tell you the truth. Again, you're giving us a lot of Texans trivia to a bunch of people who don't know anything really, truly about the Texans other than J.J. Watt played for them. And that Deshaun Watson was getting rubbing tugs down in Houston. Well, whether they wanted to or not, apparently, he was getting rubbing tugs. My official answer is I don't know. I'll say that. Man, he's 41 years old. Damn, I feel old. I feel old as shit. Paul says he played cornerback. Crafty says doggy position. Jesus Christ. The answer was indeed cornerback. Did Jonathan Joseph played for the Texans and for the Cincinnati Bengals, and I think he tried out for the Titans and didn't make it too past that. Crafty says, my official answer is screw anything Texans. A lot of Texans hate in the chat. Josh Allen is going to throw for a first down on 2nd and 4. Jackson Hawes, the number 3 tight end on the Bills with that reception. With Kincaid, Dalton Kincaid is, I believe, out for this game. So you got Dawson Knox and Jackson Hawes. They got all their tight ends have great names. Jackson Hawes, Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox. Great names. That's just great football names, man. Oh, Cook bounces out to the right side. He's going to get a first down and more, as it appears now that the Bills are in Texans territory. 1st and 10 from the Houston 45-yard line for the Buffalo Bills. ELS says is asking Crafty to hold on for 1 moment. Don't know why. Paul says, I know some Texans because my team is AFC South. Yes, confirming that I do hate them. Also, I hate the Jaguars. Well, I get hating the Jaguars because the Jaguars, even when they were bad, somehow and always beat the Colts, especially in Jacksonville, and I don't know why. That's going to be a loss of 3 yards on 1st and 10, but we've got flags down. And then they say, okay, no penalty. Doesn't matter. You threw the flag. You made us stop the game and talk about it. So we count. That's why we count all flags thrown, as you see on the logo, how it says there. Flag countered up, penalty counter, all flags counted. You throw a flag, it gets counted. You sons of bitches. Elas says, all right, he's scrapping Texans trivia. It's going to be fast food trivia. Let's go. You got a room full of fatties. Let's go. I like it. So now 2nd and 13. Allen throws. It's going to be caught. Palmer gets the reception, and it's going to be 3rd and about 3 upcoming here. 10-yard gain on 2nd and 13. Ball's currently on the 38-yard line. Bills have to get to the 35 for a first down. Lloyd, you're skinny fat. You're skinny, but you have the soul of a fatty. Let's be honest. You got a fatty soul. Allen looks, throws. It's going to be caught. But it's going to be for half a yard, if that. So 4th and 3 still, 4th and 2.5 if you want to be kind of pedantic about it. And I do. I'm a bit of a pedantic son of a bitch. Crafty, that's from The Founder, isn't it? I got to watch that movie still with Michael Keaton in it. I've only seen the clips. 4th and 2. The Bills are going to go for it on this 4th and 2.5. Allen looks, throws, and he's got a man downfield. Caught. That's going to be Johnson with the reception. First down, Bills. Ty Johnson. Allen had trips to his left. Look at that. And like that, the Bills convert on 4th down. So from the 14-yard line, oh boy, handoff. They handed it off to Ty Johnson that time and immediately stuffed in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of about 2, 2nd and 12 upcoming. I don't think it really sanitizes it, Lloyd. You kind of, I mean, it does. I mean, in the bits that I've seen, I still got to watch the whole movie, but in the bits that I've seen, it really does. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, listen, Ray Kroc was a very good businessman. You got to say that honestly. But also, yeah, it doesn't paint him as the most sympathetic figure either. And Allen's gonna get sacked. This one is definitely going to count as a sack.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
And that's a huge loss. 3rd and 21 right now for the Bills. Crafty in the chat is quoting. He says, Allen's got a man. He says, does Haley know? Maybe. You don't know. Maybe you got a little Eiffel Tower happening in the bedroom there. I'm sure you get a little freaky, she's a celebrity. So how celebrities are, man. Celebrities, they're always into the orgies and into the swapping and stuff like that. Good times. 3rd and 22. They say 3rd and 22. Allen running for his life again. Throws, looking for Shakir. It would have been well short of a first down anyway. He drops it. So 4th and 22. As we'll keep Taylor up there with the 22. Look at, God damn, she's so good. God, Taylor's so hot. I love Taylor. And I like her music too. Yeah. You're just a fucking simp. Yeah, probably. The wife likes her, so I like her too. What are you gonna do? So here's a 44-yard attempt. Now, they missed the extra point. Will they get the field goal here? 44-yard. It is dead nut center. Snap, hold, kick is up. That one is indeed good. And the Bills once again take a 6-point lead, 9-3 here, with 9:35 remaining in the second quarter. The Bills lead over the hometown Texans. Paul says the Texans defense is by far the best in the NFL, but they're losing still. And you could say that a lot of that's on the offense, and that's probably true. But again, the Texans, you need to score points, and so whoever's running the offense for the Texans needs to realize, hey, just run the fucking ball. The Bills can't stop the run. Run the ball. That's all. Run the ball. Run the ball. And the Texans might have a shot in this game. They might. But right now, 6-point game. It's not out of reach. But so far in watching this game, it looks like the Bills have this game in control. All it takes is one drive to change that, though. All it takes is one drive. If the Texans have another drive here and they say, hey, you know what, we're just going to hand the ball off. We're just going to hand the ball off. And they just hand it off to Chubb and Woody. And Chubb, you have a Woody, you have a Chubby. You're just handing it off to Chubby Woody, Chubby Woody, Chubby Woody. Next thing you know, boom, you're sliding it right in to score. Next thing you know, all of a sudden now it looks like the Texans are in control of this game. So I think that's how you have to look at that. Question 5 here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. What country can you buy tomato and mozzarella turnovers at McDonald's from? Boy, if that doesn't sound as Italian as fucking Italian gets, ELS. If it's not Italy, then it's a trick question, clearly. But if you can buy yourself tomato and mozzarella turnovers anywhere other than Italy, I mean, they're just trying to be Italian, I think, at that point. The pomme de terre. Crafty says Latvia. Paul says the Broncos get the love for their defense, but Texans have given up the fewest points in the NFL. But I think the reason the Broncos get the love is because they're also 9-2. So they have because that's it. The Broncos have a great defense. Their offense isn't spectacular, but they're 9-2. They're still winning games. The Texans have a great defense. Their offense isn't spectacular, but they have a losing record. So that's why the Broncos are getting the love, is because they're turning it into wins, whereas the Texans are turning it into losses. Paul's upset. We can't even get American fast food trivia. What? I thought this was America. Where's my American fast food trivia? The problem is that with being an American fast food trivia is that our fat asses would know everything about it already. This Chick-fil-A item is, that's the waffle fries with cheese. I know exactly what that was. That's what we're talking about there. This Wendy's item, the chili and crackers. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. That chili, where they use the day-old patties and use it in the chili. Yeah, that's good stuff. So we have to go. We have to do trivia outside of the U.S. for us to even have a chance to really think about it. Because otherwise, we'll ace this. We'll ace our fat asses will ace this shit in a heartbeat. 1st and 10 for the Texans. They're starting off on their own 23-yard line after the kickoff return. Davis Mills under center. God, hand the fucking ball off, please. Just hand the ball off. Bills showing pressure, and they're going to pass. Davis Mills throws. That's actually going to be caught. Hey, they completed the pass. Look at that. Nico Collins with the reception down to about the 41, I want to say. Let me go a little bit faster. He might be on the 44. Nope, up to the 47. Never mind. I missed them. I thought it was 41. That was actually the 45, so that's 47. That makes more sense. 1st and 10 for the Texans from the 47. No dropping trains on people, ELS. I know you have those magical powers, but don't do that. Mills is going to pull it down and run it himself for some fucking reason. And he's going to get 4 yards. And look like he got a little, he's dinged. Oh, are they going to say face mask here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, that is a face mask. "15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down, and the Texans now are deep into Buffalo territory." Paul says, I've never had a train run on me. And Lloyd answers, well, I've had a range run on someone that does something else. Foot fault. That's a foot fault. So from the 33-yard line now, Davis Mills under center. Takes the snap. It's going to be a toss here on a bit of an end-around reverse situation, and then immediately driven into the ground. It's still a pretty decent gain there. Jalen Nolt with the reverse run there. Good for 5 yards. But man, he got drilled. He might have found some oil down there in Houston, how far he got drilled down. Jesus. Crafty in the chat says, I want whatever the Texans OC smoked before this game. I was going to say, man, this seems like it just should be easy, just run the ball. Now, granted, some of these other ones are, the pass plays here are working for now. But, a bit of a fade, and hits the Bill player in the back of the head. A little too much of a feather on that one from Davis Mills. 3rd and 5 upcoming here for the Texans. Snow in Texas at this time of year. Not with how much we've been blowing up them fucking boats in the Caribbean. Paul says the Texans' O-line is pretty bad. Well, yeah, that's why C.J. Stroud isn't playing in this game. A little pitch here from Davis Mills. Christian Kirk is the carrier on that one. He's going to be about a yard short. Do the Texans go for it, or do you kick the field goal and get within 3 points yet again? And it looks like the Texans are going to go for it. They are a yard short. 7-13, 7-12, 7-11. Hey, get yourself a squishy. That's a Slurpee. A squishy is from the Quickie Mart in The Simpsons. I know, but that's how much that's infiltrated our everyday culture. 4th and 1. They hand it off to Chubb, and he's going to get that Ed Moore. He gets about 6 yards on the carry. I'm sorry, Woody Marks is the carrier. Pardon me. Hey, what is that? The Texans, they ran the ball and got a significant amount of yardage. There's a shock. Ulis is like, yeah, C.J. Stroud's braid is still mashed potatoes and gravy. Yeah, thanks to the offensive line. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. Josh Allen's looking like, oh, God, our defense is terrible. Why can't they stop the run? So now from the 18-yard line, Bills show blitz. They don't get there. Oh! Incomplete. Dalton Schultz was the intended receiver there, the tight end. But again, Davis Mills hits the back of a Bills player before he can get it to, like, he's got to get it a little bit more over. He's got to put a little bit more oomph in that fucking ball. A little bit more oomph. I'm sorry. I know I'm supposed to be cursing less. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry. I know I'm supposed to be cursing less. Yeah, no, if that was just a little bit more out, that's a touchdown. 2nd and 10. Mills is going to do a bootleg to his right. Throws incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver. We have a flag down, though. They're going to say illegal contact on the Bills before the pass. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. Craftsy says, listen, stop effing pass. That's what I mean. It's just I don't understand it. And they got bailed out on that one. But you're on the 13-yard line now. Run the ball. Texans, run the ball. The Bills have a hard time stopping the run. You have good running backs. Run the ball. Run the ball. Dude, I love instant mashed potatoes, dude. I do. They kind of do a reverse with Hutchinson. He can't get it right the run way. He goes the other way. He's going to get close to a first down. That was a real funky play. Looked like it was going to be broken. Looked like he might lose yardage. Instead, he flips it around and gets either 9 yards or he gets the 10, and it'll be first and goal from the 3. What are they going to say? Nope, they're going to say he's just short, 2nd and 1 from the 4-yard line. Itchy, itchy. Got an itch. I got a scratch. So here we go. 2nd and 1. They do another pitch out here. This is to Woody Marks, and he's going to be stopped for a loss of a yard. Just because that happened doesn't mean to not run it here on 3rd and 2. Run the ball. Run the ball. Oh, won't you please? And instead of doing a pitch out, why don't you just do a straight-up handoff, run up the gut? That seemed to be working. That seems to be working. Run the ball. Paul says, said every Seahawks fan against the Patriots. Yeah. What are the officials doing? The Texans broke. What is this stoppage in play for? We had everybody in a huddle, we had everybody ready to go, and the referees whistled everything dead. What, did they stop the clock when they weren't supposed to? They're taking 15 seconds off the clock or putting 15 seconds on the clock. I don't know what the fuck. Fuck the officials. Sorry, I'm supposed to be cursing less. Hey, they handed off. They did what they're supposed to do. And Woody Marks gets the first down. 1st and goal, Texans from the 2. ELS wants to know, can I punch and slap the refs? Yes, you can. ELS, land a train on them. Go right ahead. Run that train on the refs, ELS. Yeah, no, we know it's a clock issue, but it's just like, come on, guys. We're better than that. We're better than that, refs. No, we're not. Hey, they do another handoff here. Smart. Again, it only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nick Chubb, that's fine. That's fine. You have 3 more downs to run the ball against this team. Don't give up the run. Don't give up the run. They're going to give up the run, aren't they? They're going to give up the run. Yep, they gave up the run. Pass from Mills. Wide open, though. Is Christian Kirk, and that's a touchdown for the Texans. The Bills put 2 players on 1 guy, and they let Christian Kirk go. That's just bad defense. That's just bad defense. That's just bad defense. So we have a 9-9 game. Extra point will make it a 10-9. Texans lead. Snap, hold, kick, up, good, and indeed. the Texans have taken a lead down at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. Texans 10, Bills 9 here on Thursday Night Football. 3:47 left to go here in the second quarter. Question 6 here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. What famous coffee house has over 87,000 possible drink combinations? Boy, I'd like to say Dunkin' Donuts, being here in the Northeast, or even Tim Hortons. I love me some Tim Hortons, but I think the answer is obvious to anybody. That's going to be old Seattle Slop itself, the old hobo coffee shop chain where they allow you to poop on the streets and do drugs with your feet. Seattle's own Starbucks. Paul says, "What? No, Wawa. Wawa has a nice selection, but they're not like that crazy. I love Wawa, dude. Wawa is the best. Wawa is just the best." And I'm a North Jersey boy, so I grew up with Quick Check more than Wawa. But after living in Pennsylvania and having experienced Wawa for what it was, and then coming back to Jersey and experiencing Quick Check again, like it's not even close. Like fucking Wawa by a fucking mile, dude. Wawa by a mile. Crafty says Central Perk. Jesus Christ, there's a fucking callback. Wawa's amazing. I love their pumpkin. I love their flavored coffees are very good. The French vanilla is very good. The pumpkin spice is obviously really good. They have some other ones that they do every now and then. They have like a cookie dough one, and they have other ones. They're very, very good. You just get it right out of the pot. It's not even it's not syrups either, which is good. Because then you could just use, the half and half. And as for someone like me who's diabetic, you don't want to have any of the sugar. Don't want the sugar. So you don't have the sugar in it. So that helps as well. But I like, it's Wawa's coffee is fantastic. I know in the Midwest you guys used to have Come and Go, but they changed their name. That's a shame. You know what else good? It's Pennsylvania too. Is Sheets. Sheets is fantastic late night drunk food because they actually fry their shit. They have a fryer in there. You get fresh fried mozzarella sticks. I know the hot dogs are a little bit more now, but back when in the day, like in 2011, 12, 13, when I was working at the radio station, you'd get late night Sheets hot dogs for like 99 cents. Couldn't beat it. Couldn't beat it. That was great shit. Kickoff taken at about the 3-yard line, returned up to the 25, 26. And then out of bounds goes Gabe Davis, and that is where the Bills will start. First and 10, Josh Allen looks, throws down the field, tipped up, intercepted! Intercepted by the Texans! And they're going to get it down. It's still not down. That's going to be a block in the back. Down to the 10-5, and he's in the end zone for now, but there's the block in the back. So that is coming back. They still have, they're still going to have the ball, but that was as clear as a block in the back as you'll ever see in your life. Even I saw that shit. So that is not a touchdown as it stands. They called blindside block on. Oh, they called him on a blindside block. Personal foul, 15 yards. I thought it was more of a block in the back. But either way, the Texans will have the ball. Paul says defense. I told you I didn't say they weren't good, Paul. I know they're okay, but that's the reason why nobody talks about them is because, oh, yeah, they're good, they're great and fantastic, but they have a losing record. So, statistically, they might be the best. Dumb. That's such a dumb play from what the fuck is he thinking? He just cost the team a touchdown. No reason for that hit. No reason for that. Watch the Texans not be able to score a touchdown now. That'd be funny. So 3:26, the Texans are going to have the ball at the Bills' 30-yard line. So 30 yards to glory for the Texans. Hand off, and that's a loss of 3 yards immediately. Woody Marks gets hit as soon as he gets the ball. So it looks like the Bills are starting to focus on the run here. Oh, kind of going for a screen pass, and that's going to be a loss of 5 or 6 yards. Milano in on the tackle. Not Alyssa Milano, that crazy psychotic communist bitch, but with nice tits. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Grew up with Alyssa Milano in the Devils jersey on my wall on a poster. It was very good. Which says the Texans are that team that somehow makes it to the playoff with a shit record. Not this year. With the Colts and the Jaguars in the division that they're in now and actually playing well. Like last year they did it because they were bad, but everybody else was bad. Not this year. Not with the Colts and Jaguars. So 3rd and 17 for the Texans. They get it down to the 25-yard line. 4th and 5, and the Texans are going to have to settle for a field goal here. After they had it for a touchdown, but the lineman made a illegal block in the back, blindside block, whatever it was, for no reason. Cost the pick 6 there for the Texans. And cost them essentially 6 points. Yeah, I don't think the Texans are going to make the playoffs. I honestly don't think they're making the playoffs. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the rest of the Texans' schedule here. Because they have tonight, clearly, they are playing the Bills. Then they have the Colts in Indianapolis. Yikes. Then they got to play the Chiefs in Arrowhead. The Chiefs maybe not the best, but I still like the Chiefs and their chance in that game. Then they play the Cardinals at home. They can win that one. Raiders at home. They can win that one. Chargers, they got to go to Englewood. It's so far to play the Chargers. That should be a loss. And then they end the season with the Colts, which is probably a loss. So you're looking at 2 wins? 2 to 3 wins? Which puts them at 7 or 8 wins. So they have 7 or 8 wins? Yeah. That's not making the playoffs. And they have to make the wild card because they are not winning the division. Question number 7, by the way, since we're in a commercial, a 2-minute warning. And this is question 7 of Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. In what country will you find McDonald's lone vegetarian restaurant? And I've seen some people in their answer, and I do believe that that's probably the correct answer as well. I believe the answer would be India. I believe the answer is India, since they gotta be good with all the cows. They love the cows and covering shit in cow shit and whatever. I don't know. But yeah. I believe they had a riot there because they found out that the fries were being fried in beef tallow still. And so they were eating the fries, not realizing that. Yeah, no, they were using cow fat to do that. They were like, oh my God! They had riots against McDonald's. They were killing. That was great. That was kind of funny. So they've stopped that over there as well. So they're not frying any of the fries and beef fat. There's no burgers. There's no anything like that. So here we go. The Texans are going to settle for 3 points. Fairbairn. Snap, hold, kick is up, and that's going to be right down the middle. Good. And the Texans extend their lead 13-9 over the Bills after what should have been a pick six was taken back on an illegal blindside block that didn't need to happen. And boy, if I'm the Texans, I'm really. I think what was it, 95? I think it was 95 who threw the block and didn't need to. Derek Barnett, I would sit his ass the rest of the fucking game. I would sit his ass. There was literally no reason. Our guy had already run past. Why are you hitting that guy, shivering him right in the back, right in the kidneys? Like, there's no anything like that. What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't get it. So a 4-point lead here, 1:56 remaining. The Bills, I used a timeout somewhere. I didn't see where that happened. So, but I will take that off. Bills down 1 timeout. Kick is away, and the Bills are going to field this at about the 3-yard line again. Up to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, and he's gone! Ray Davis to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown, Buffalo Bills. And just like that, they are back on top. Holy shit. He did that one spin move, and it was over. And so with 1:43 left, the Bills take a 15-13 lead pending the extra point. And it was, yes, Ray Davis is number, ladies and gentlemen, say it with me, 22. Yeah. Thank you, Crafty. Almost forgot. Snap, hold, kick. It is up, and it is good. And that is now a 16-13 3-point Buffalo Bill lead over the Texans. You love it. You love to see it. It's just, hey, listen. Been an interesting game. This has been an interesting primetime game. It's all I wanted. It's all we wanted. All we wanted was an interesting primetime game. One that's actually fun to watch and doesn't hurt. This game hasn't hurt. A little bit with the Texans play calling, maybe a little bit, and certain things like that. But I like it. But I like it. This is fun. This is a lot better than watching the Raiders. This is a lot better than watching Lions, Eagles. This is a lot better than watching some of those. Lloyd says, did he run that from the 22-yard line? No, from the 3. It would have been cool if 22 ran it in from the 22. Ray Davis, 4th kickoff return in the NFL this season. That was 97 yards. I called it from the 3. That's pretty good for me. Hey, these old guys, they're bad. Not that bad. Not that bad yet. Not that bad yet. So now the Bills kick it off, and it's going to be taken from the 5-yard line for the Texans. They get it up to the 20. He runs it all the way sideways, gets it to the 25. He ran about 40 to 50 yards, but only gets it to the 25. Lloyd says, not going to lie, it's been a good game. It's been entertaining. It has been an entertaining game. And again, as the football watching public, this is all we want. It's just football that's fun to watch. That's all. That's all. That's all we ever asked for. And for the last 3.5, 4 weeks, we have not gotten that on primetime. Pass is caught up to the 32. It's going to be 2nd and 3 upcoming here. Christian Kirk with the reception. We see Fairbairn practicing on the sidelines, looking to see if he's going to have a chance to tie this game up before the half. 104, 103, 102 remaining. Davis Mills, back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught by Nico Collins, and he almost gets away, but his shoestring tackled at the 50, and now he's on the ground, and Payne looks like he landed on the football. That might be a case of getting the wind knocked out of him, and I think it will be. And with that being the case, that'll be a timeout for the Texans. Takes a hit, keeps on running, and then gets kind of just a little tripped up there. So there we go. 51 seconds remaining in the first half, second quarter, if you will. Both teams have 2 timeouts. The Texans are going to have 1st and 10 from the Bills' 49-yard line, just past the 50-yard line. Paul says Texans defense averages 16 points allowed per game. Well, they're at that limit right now, so unless they shut out the Bills in the second half, which is entirely possible. Really possible, but we'll see. Lloyd says, King, do you remember the beer bowl? You mean the Bud Bowl? Like Bud Bowl 1 and 2, where it was the Budweiser bottles and the Bud Light bottles, and then they had the big 40s came in as the line. I love that. I love the Bud. I miss Bud Bowl. I miss the Bud Bowl. Even as a kid, I loved the Bud Bowl. Question 8 here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. What popular handheld chicken item was discontinued from McDonald's nationwide in 2020? I know this because Pepper Jack still is upset because they brought it back this year, but it's not what it was. It's not the same. And it isn't the same as it was. That would be, of course, the snack wrap. And Pepper Jack has been upset ever since. And she still is upset because even though they said they brought it back, it's not the same snack wrap. It is not the same chicken strip. It's a different chicken strip that they use. It's not the same. Is it passable? She says, sure, it's passable, but it's not the same. So the answer to that question, of course, is the snack wrap. I know that one. She's drilled that into me in my brain. If there's a discontinued fast food item, Pepper Jack's going to let me know. And she knows. That snack wrap. This one that they have now, this one that McDonald's has right now, imposter. The fake. He says it's a fake. Wants nothing to do with it. They bring the McRib back, by the way. Did they bring the McRib back? The trivia question was, what popular handheld chicken item was discontinued from McDonald's nationwide in 2020? So 1st and 10 here for the Texans. That's going to be brought down to about the 42-yard line. Texans are going to take their second timeout here. We've got an injured Bill. I'll try to pull. Oh, no, by beer bowl. Oh, you mean the bottle gate. Yeah, that's different. That's different. Yeah, bottle gate. I remember bottle gate. When the officials first set a call, and then they went back on the call, and then they went back on the call. Yeah, it was bad. 2nd and 2. Mills back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught by Kirk again. He's down to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, down to the 7. And that's going to be first and goal for the Texans. Clock is still running. Oh, so it is back. All right, good. I got to get me some. 15 seconds, 14, 13, 12. Davis Mills takes a snap, looks, quick throw towards the end zone. Caught, but out of bounds. Higgins got the ball, but he was out of bounds. His butt cheeks were clearly in the white. Nine seconds remaining. Wendy's used to be good. Wendy's now is, I don't know what they've done, but they're like super dry. The burgers are dry. The buns are crumbly. Like they're not like the Wendy's completely has fallen. Wendy's used to be my number one. They've fallen off my list. McDonald's, every now and then you need them. Oh, there's an injured Texan, and that's going to kill their last time out. Oh, no. Yeah, no, I was talking about Wendy's. That was it. Wendy's. It was Wendy's that was like, yeah, they were not good. Like McDonald's, I like garbage every now and then. What did you get? What did you get? Something helpful. You didn't waste money. Oh, it's not Taylor Swift related. Okay. I just never know what you Pepper Jack. I never know what you Pepper Jack. I'm intrigued. What did you get? Oh. Well, we're going to find out now. Now we're going to know for sure if we're living in a black mold paradise here. Which we might be. Dude, this house sucks. I'll let everybody know that right now. Throws, caught, touchdown Texans with 5 seconds remaining. But there's a flag. Hold on. There's a flag. Let's see. Hold on. Pass interference against the Bills. So that's going to be a good touchdown. And so we thought the Bills got right back into this game before halftime. Instead, the Texans go right back down the field. Oh, ELS said he heard your voice. Uh-oh. The secret's gone. The mystery is over. You still haven't seen her, though. So the extra point coming up to make it 20-16. The kick is up, and it is good. And with 5 seconds remaining, it is Texans 20, Bills 16 on what has been an entertaining as hell first half here on Thursday Night Football. Not used to it. Over the last couple of weeks, not used to it. So good. We got a good game here. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting it. But I'm glad I was wrong. There's nothing better in this world than being proven wrong when you think you're when you think you're right about something that you want to be wrong about, and then you're proven wrong. There's nothing better in this world. Yeah, ELS. There's no Culvers within like 1,500 miles of New Jersey. Probably further than that. Like there's nothing close. Yeah, there is no. You're saying Culvers? I've heard of Culvers, but I know there's nothing near it anywhere here on the East Coast. So Five Guys is great as long as you want to take out a mortgage for a burger. But the burgers are great. The fries, the fact that they give you, a whole bag full of fries, no matter what size you order, and it's all in peanut oil, those are great. But it's just it should not be $17 for a fucking burger. It should not be that. Jersey Mike's, that's a very good sub plate. Jersey Mike's over really anything. If you go to Subway still to eat sandwiches, you're a peasant. You're an ignorant peasant. How dare you? We don't have Waffle House up here. I'll go to a Denny's, though. You give me a moon over my hammy any day, man. Love that shit. Moon over my hammy. If I'm going to Denny's, that's the place. That's what you're getting. And the Bills are just going to kneel that one out. And the Bills will receive the second half kickoff. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of the first half, it is the Bills 16 and the Texans 20. And again, I thought the Bills were going to go into halftime with a bit of a lead there after they ran back a touchdown ran back a kickoff for a touchdown, sorry. But instead, here we go. We have the Texans instead go down the field after that. Under 2 minutes left to play, and they get a touchdown. They're able to go ahead and do that. And we were sitting there telling them, keep on running the ball, but Davis Mills throwing the ball pretty decently. Right now, he's doing a little bit better than Josh Allen, 11 of 21. So maybe not that great. He's under 50% on his accuracy, but he's got 2 touchdowns, and he's thrown for 122 yards. Of course, there we go. There's our girl. Josh Allen's 11 of 15. He's got a pick at only 88 yards. So, again, that Texans defense showing up big there. Cook, he's got 7 carries for 75 yards and a tutty. Meanwhile, Woody Marks there, he's got 8 carries, 44 yards. Johnson, the leading receiver there for the Bills, 2 receptions for 36. And Nico, he's got 3 receptions for 55. So that's how it's currently going. Yeah. $13 for 5 guys for you. That's cheap. That's cheap for you out there. Over here in Jersey, it's a lot more. Question 9. What 3 ingredients are missing? By the way, this is Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS in the chat. Come in and join us and enjoy some of this trivia questions. Question 9. What 3 ingredients are missing in a McDonald's Big Mac? Bun, beef, patty, shredded lettuce, Big Mac sauce, pickles, onion, and cheese. All beef patty, lettuce sauce. Yeah, because that's the song, isn't it? All beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickle, onion on a sesame seed bun. Yeah. Lloyd says, I like mom and dad ran restaurants since quality rarely goes. All right. Calm down, commie. I hate pickles on. I don't like. First of all, like when it comes to burgers, get your fucking lettuce off there. Get your fucking tomato off there. Get that shit off there. It doesn't belong on there. I don't want that shit. You're gonna put ketchup on there? That's fine. Mayo, eat shit. I don't put mayo on my burger. Get a punch to the face. That's what you're gonna get. Like, what are we doing over there? Burger should have the burger. Should have the cheese. Bacon, if you'd like that sort of a thing, which I do. Ketchup is negotiable. Outside of that, that's all you need on a burger. Hey, listen, if you want onions on a burger, go nuts. Onions aren't my thing, but I know some people like them. You want an onion on a burger, go nuts. I think that's fine. I think that's fit. But the lettuce and the tomato, get that shit off my fucking burger. I don't want it. I don't want any of that shit. Cheese, onions, and pickle. Told you. I told you. Don't ever doubt me. Nobody remembers the Big Mac song. I think that's the problem. If you remember the Big Mac song, you would have known. You put mustard on your burger? To me, that feels like putting ketchup on a hot dog. That seems Wrong. Mustard goes on hot dog. Ketchup goes on burger. Doing anything else pretty much means you're a communist. I don't know. ELS is very close to Canada, so he's very close to being a communist. He's right there. He's on the border of communism. Love you, Canada. I love the people of Canada. The administration and the running of Canada, maybe not so much. But Canada itself, the Canadian people, the curling, the poutine, the girls are lovely, hockey, everything else I really do love about Canada. But I'll tell you what, one of the best burgers I had, it's the Jersey burger, and that's really what it is. It's a Jersey breakfast burger. And you have your regular burger, regular cheeseburger, and then you put an egg on it, and you put some Taylor ham on it. You get a little Taylor ham, a little egg. You get the egg on top of the burger, and you get the burger and cheese. You can put bacon. Like if you don't have the Taylor ham, you can put bacon. That's fine. I think that works too. But yeah, that's the stuff. That's the jam. That is the jam. I love it. Oh yeah, we're at halftime. I should probably put the halftime plug up there. There we go. Halftime. I'm big on Taylor. By the way, if you are not from Jersey and you've never had Taylor ham before, oh my God, you're missing out. It is so delicious. It is so delicious. My precious. Okay, let me go. I'm going to get some coffee. I'll be right back. hear a groove. You just got to groove, you know what I'm saying? Just got to groove. That's why I like my little groove break music, you know? A good groovy break music, baby. Okay. Enough. Hey, by the way, ELS, we're still doing trivia here in the chat. If you want to join us here on this Thursday Night Football trivia brought to you by ELS, the chat room is open. Come in, say hi, say hello, say how you doing, and participate with us in the chat. Be part of the community, baby. In the Stay Tuned Sports community, we want you to be part of the community. We want you to be having fun with us, and that's what it's all about here. Question 10, by the way, here on the Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by ELS. Name 4 available dipping sauce flavors available for McDonald's Chicken McNuggets. That would be, of course, the tangy barbecue. They have the buffalo. They have sweet and sour, I believe, and do they have ranch? They might have ranch. Hey, Pepper Jack, does McDonald's have ranch dipping sauce? Or is that like Wendy's, Burger King, stuff like that? I don't think she heard me. That's what I'll say. I'll say ranch, tangy barbecue, buffalo, and sweet and sour. They have honey. They used to have. They don't have honey anymore. They don't have honey anymore, ELS. They used to. When I was a kid, I used to dip my McNuggets into honey, but they don't have the honey anymore. I haven't seen hot mustard either. The ball's taken about 6 yards deep into the end zone. Oh! And this time, Ray Davis might have been feeling himself a little bit too much. He slips before the 20-yard line. And so that is where the Bills will take control here to start off the second half, right about short of the 20. I think they might have honey in like the packets, but not in the dipping sauce cups, which they used to. They used to have those. That's why I said they don't have those anymore, which is unfortunate because I like those. There was something about a chicken McNugget and honey was really good. 1st and 10. Buffalo from the 20. They actually marked it right at the 20. Interesting. And it's going to be Cook is going to get half a yard, if that. They're going to probably give him a yard there. So 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Bills. Irish in the chat says, let's go Texans. Of course, Irish, one of our bigger Texans fans. In fact, he's the only Texan fan I know that we have here that is part of our chat. Great to see you, Irish. Hope you're doing, again, interesting, fun game that we have here on Thursday night. Of course, your Texans leading 20-16. 2nd and 9. Allen in shotgun. Cook in motion, moves over to his right. Josh Allen takes the snap, steps, throws. It's going to be caught by Knox, and Knox is going to get all the way up near the, looks like the 35 or 40. Looks like it's the 40. That's going to be a first down for the Bills. They're going to mark him just short at the 39. Looks like a linebacker Anderson there for the Texans. Hurt, getting his shoulder treated there on the sidelines. 1st and 10 from the 39. Josh Allen, he's going to pull it down and run, and he gets it to the 40, so only a 1-yard gain. And, boy, they were headhunting him on that one. He's lucky he did not get absolutely smushified. Second and 9. Oop, coming. Cup of coffee. I have a hard booger in my right nostril, and it is bothering me. Handoff to Cook. Cook has not had a lot going on in this game. That's going to be a gain of 2. So it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6. Because I guess they originally marked that 3rd and 8, which was really only a 1-yard game. But what do I know? I'm just a fat bastard in Jersey watching a game along with you guys on television. So 3rd and 6. Can the Bills convert? They're on their own 43-yard line. They have to get to their own 49 for the first down. Allen takes the snap. He's getting rushed off the edge. He gets away from it. Can't find anybody open. He's still trying to find somebody open. Now he's he's in trouble. And he takes a huge sack all the way back at the 24-yard line. And the Texans are going to get off the field here after a 3-and-out, or not really a 3-and-out. They did get 1 first down.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
ELS says this stream has been sponsored by coffee, and indeed it is. You can buy your own coffee from us right here at Stay Tuned Sports. We have the Danny Dimes blend, guaranteed to hit you like getting blindside hit by the New York Giants offensive line not blocking for you. That is available right now at our store, along with our Fuck the Refs t-shirts and hoodies, all at bit.ly/Stay Tuned merch, or just go to the top of the chat or description below for those links. Fair catch, caught at the 31 for the Texans, and that's where they will take over. Paul in the chat says that Texans D is nasty. There's nothing worse in this world than getting some nasty D. And, I guess you can ask Haley Steinfeld that or not, but I got to tell you, it's not looking great right now if you're the Bills. And if you're the Texans, all that talk about your defense is certainly working well for you. Question 11. What fast food restaurant is credited with introducing the first modern-day drive-through window? And I actually believe this was... I may have it wrong, but I think this was because they were doing it for military personnel. There was a military base nearby in this particular place. I want to say it was in Arizona or something. But there was a military base nearby, and they said just for like the convenience of the military personnel, they decided to have it where they could just drive up and get it through. I'm going to say Taco Bell, if I remember the story correctly. I may not. It might be a whole different thing, but I think that was it. I think it was Taco Bell. Lloyd says White Castle. Dude, White Castle's so good. I love White Castle. You give me a crave case, some of them French fries with the cheese. Oh, you can get French fries with cheese on now. It's so good. Oh, Pepper Jack, let me know. The McRib is back out, but only at certain locations. Oh, no! Oh, no! That's terrible. Got to be better. It's got to be. We got to find a location. Am I going to have to travel? Am I going to have to be like Homer Simpson and travel around the country trying to find my McRib? And it's not here in North Jersey. By the way, ELS, I got to tell you, I was looking at the answer. I was like, oh, that's going to be interesting. Your answer is wrong, by the way. That is definitely a challengeable flag there. I'm wrong, too. It was not Taco Bell, but the first modern fast food drive-thru was pioneered by In-N-Out Burger in 1948. First and 10 here for the Texans from the 31. Thrown out of the backfield. It's going to be caught for 12 yards. Chubb out of the backfield. First and 10 for the Texans. The first modern fast food drive-thru was pioneered by In-N-Out Burger in 1948, which featured a two-way speaker system that allowed customers to order from their cars without speaking to an employee face-to-face. The system was invented by founder Harry Snyder. In contrast, while Wendy's was the first to add a drive-thru window as a standard part of its design in 1970, it built upon the ordering system that In-N-Out had already established. Yeah, 1948 is pretty modern in the grand scheme of things. First and 15. What did I miss? A penalty? I guess so. So that pass didn't count. There was a penalty. Okay. And we have an injured Bill on the ground. That's what I get for trying to argue with trivia questions about drive-thrus. Oh no, he's hurt. He's really hurt. He's grabbing his elbow, grabbing his arm. He's in a significant amount of pain. Oh no. There's something with his arm. I didn't see anything there on the replay. Terrell Bernard. Yes, Lloyd. Yes. I do know Harold and Kumar. Great movie, and you can't watch that movie and not just want to go grab yourself some White Castle. White Castle's so good, and it's really a Jersey thing. It really is to me. White Castle's always Jersey. I know we have the White Manor here too, which is a place you can get good sliders. They've been doing sliders for a long time as well. But yeah. I saw it. Don't tell him that. I've already saw it. I know I'm right. I am correct. I'm super smart. I can Google it. The Google machine said it. The Google machine said it was. That's what it was. I'm smart, just like the Google machine. We're in a commercial, so that's going to give us question 12 here. What is a popular fast food restaurant known for its customizable bowls and burritos, and its chip and queso are great as well? That can be a few, but I'm gonna imagine this one is more widespread than the other one I know. I'm gonna say that is gonna be Qdoba, the old Q-Dubs. Qdoba is delicious. They have fantastic burrito bowls and burritos. And their chips and queso are fantastic. Chipotle kind of is ass right now, especially their queso is terrible. I don't know what Chipotle did with their queso, but it's not good. So I'm going 100% there. I'm saying it's Q-Dubs, Qdoba. Qdoba is my answer. Because their bowls are good. They got good bowls. Eli says Chipotle. Chipotle can't hold a candle to Qdoba. Get out of here. Get out of here. Chipotle's ass. Chipotle's ass, mega diarrhea, awful ass. 2nd and 16 here for the Texans. Davis Mills steps back to pass. He's going to pull it down and run it himself, and he's going to run out of bounds after a pretty decent game, but we have another flag. And it's going to be holding on the Texans, and that is our 10th flag of the game. You never heard of Qdoba? I know you definitely never heard of Bubba Coos. Bubba Coos is good. Bubba Coos burritos is good. But that's the Jersey. That's mostly only a New Jersey thing. I love Qdoba, man. Qdoba's so good. So now, after that holding penalty, it's 2nd and 26, back at their own 15-yard line. They're going to have a handoff here. That's going to be Wordy Marks. He gets it up to the 25-yard line, so that's a gain of about 10. Going to be 3rd and 16 from the 25-yard line. Texans are 1 for 6 on 3rd down conversions with an average of 6.3 yards to go. This one, a little bit further, about 10 yards further. 3rd and 16. Have to get to the 41. Davis Mills just throws it into the ground at the feet of Woody Marks, and there's another flag. Oh, don't do this. Don't do this. Come on, officials. We were doing so well. We were doing so well. Question: Chipotle is much more known nationwide, so I get that's the answer, but I just like Qdoba better. That's just me. So it was, what was that, holding against the Texans, but the Bills decline it as it was just an incomplete pass. So it's 4th and 16, and the Texans are going to have to punt. Paul says, don't simp, ELS. Hold your, yeah, ELS, hold your ground. Hold your ground, man. Like I said, I understand Chipotle is the answer because it's the more nationally recognized, nationally known brand. I get that. I'm just saying, compared to Qdoba, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Qdoba blows them out of the fucking water, man. Well, and we've got another flag as the Bills get the ball, and it's going to be down at their own 12-yard line. But let's see what this flag is. Jesus Christ. We were doing so well. And now the officials said, oh, you guys were having fun with this game, huh? You guys are having fun? We're going to have fun, too. Where's the Tom Grossi sound drop? Flag, 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 flag. Everybody's got to have the flag. Anytime, fellas. Did you forget how to... Holding on the Bills half the distance to the goal, but the official's like, but during the kick, holding. That's the word. It's like, the first time you're reffing here? What's the matter? What's going on here? Gabagoo. I'll just say, the only thing I'll say about that question is like it says, oh, it's chips and queso are great too. The Chipotle queso is garbage. ELS, come on. The trivia question said Chipotle. It's Chipotle. I'm just saying that it's, in my opinion, not as good. That's just my opinion. I think that the person writing the question, which I know is not you, you just copy and paste. And by the way, 1st down and 10 for the Bills. Going to be a gain of a couple of yards there for Cook. Gain of 4, actually. 2nd and 6 upcoming. For me personally, it's just, I'm more of a Q-Dubs guy, you know? Josh Allen running for his life, throws it at the feet of his tight end, incomplete, 3rd and 6. Jackson Hawes was the intended receiver, but not really. 8:20 remaining here in the third quarter. Bills are 2 for 7 on third down conversions. Conversions? Wait a minute. Play clock gets to 0. They do get the play off, though. Allen is going to get sacked back at the 8-yard line. Cannot escape. Jesus. And it has all come apart here for the Bills.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
And now the Bills are going to have to punt from deep in their own end. A loss of about 6 yards, I would say. That's going to be 4th and 12, 4th and 11, 4th and 12. It might be 4th and 11 if they are generous with the spot. And they are generous with the spot. They say 4th and 11. And the punt is away. They're caught at about the 46-yard line. And so the Texans have very good field position. Can the Bills' defense hold? Or will the Texans finally realize, hey, let's just run the goddamn ball, please? Run the clock, run the ball, get into the end zone, and maybe put the game away early here against one of the AFC supposedly leading teams here in the Buffalo Bills. Very interesting. Question 13 here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by our good friend ELS. Doing fast food chain trivia, trying to get all the fatties in here, see what we all think about what we know here. What chain popularized the stuffed crust pizza? Of course, if anybody has been around or knows, that would definitely be Pizza Hut. I was never a big Pizza Hut fan. I was never a big Pizza Hut guy. And personally, I think the idea of a stuffed crust is kind of gross. But people did love the stuffed crust, and people did love Pizza Hut back in the day. I personally, never a fan. But then again, I grew up in Jersey, North Jersey, where our pizzas were from the great pizzerias that we had here, from the good Italian people that were around, Pizza Masters, Pompeii Pizza, Mona Lisa Pizza. You know what I mean? Like a good quality pizzeria pizza, not the fast food pizza. If I had to go fast food pizza, sorry, I'm a Domino's guy. But yeah, Pizza Hut is clearly the answer. I didn't that you said Panda Express? I didn't miss that. I know Panda Express. I know we just haven't done questions about Panda Express, but yeah. Who doesn't like Panda Express? Orange chicken? Oh, I love orange chicken. Not good for me as a diabetic, as it's, basically a fucking sugar sauce, but oh my God, it's so good. Oh, is it so good? I honestly don't. What did you say above the question? Let me see. Qdoba is better. The last thing that I have in here that you said above the question 13 there is Qdoba is better. That's the last thing. That's the last thing I saw you say. And then there was that. Then it was Pizza Hut because you answered the question, and then you said no Panda Express. And then you said, yeah, I have no idea. Oh, we got an injured ref. Oh, the ref, did he pull a hammy or did he break his, oh, the ref snapped his Achilles or something. Oh, shit. So now the umpire has the white hat. As we are down an official. The main ref injured himself. That's going to put him on the IR, man. He's not going to be back for a while. And we have an injured Bill down. Hairston he put his face right into a hip. It looks like that might be a concussion thing. ELS, you haven't had come on, dude. Come on. Chick-fil-A is so good. I think NRG Stadium's a nice place. I mean, it's a nice stadium. My nephew went down there to watch a game a couple of years ago. My father flew him out there. Yeah, the referee it looks like he popped his Achilles. It's either his Achilles or his hammy. Something popped. He could not walk off the field. They had to carry him off, and he's off on a cart now. So we are down a ref. The ref is hurt. The umpire now has the white hat. The umpire has the white hat, so the umpire is now completely non-contact. It was on the Josh Allen sack as he was in the end zone watching it. He went to go plant a foot, and it looked like something popped on him. And he immediately went down and could not get up. Question 14 here on Thursday Night Football Trivia here from your good friend ELS. What are the two condiments used in Burger King's Whopper? Whopper. It's ketchup and mayo. Gross. That's why I get it without it, because gross. Who wants that? Who wants mayonnaise? Disgusting. Mayonnaise in itself is disgusting. Mayonnaise as a whole is a disgusting substance. It is a awful, nasty, disgusting substance. I haven't seen that on my Prime. I didn't see him. I'm seeing is this a Universal Studios commercial here? But answer, ketchup and mayo. Of course it was, ELS. Of course it was. Ketchup and mayo on a Whopper. That's why if I order a Whopper, I don't get it. Which, by the way, I'm sorry, and I'll say this too, the flame-broiled Burger King burger might be the best fast food burger. It really might be. When it comes to the major fast food, I'm not talking like Five. Five Guys doesn't count as that. In my mind. It's just eggs. It's eggs and oil and grossness, and it's just the consistency and the you put mayo on a sandwich, it makes you want to vomit. It's just terrible. 2nd and 7. Davis Mills, he's going to hand it off here, and that's going to be a gain of about 5 yards. That's going to be 3rd and 2 upcoming here for the Texans, and Woody Marks is down now. So in 3 consecutive plays here, we had a referee injured, we had a Buffalo Bill injured, and now we've got Woody Marks injured for. In fact, we had 2 Bills injured. We had a referee injured, we had a Bill injured, we had another Bill injured, and now we've got Woody Marks injured. So I think it's out of the last 5 plays run, we've had an injury of some kind to one team, the other team, or the official. I don't want to hear shit about MetLife's turf anymore. That's another thing, Lloyd. It's like kind of gross. I'm just saying. So this game has kind of hit a bit of a snag here, really slowed down from what the first half was. Again, lots of injuries here, not great. Paul says the turf sucks there. Yeah, didn't they used to have grass and then they went to turf because the grass was bad or something? And now they're taking the time here to give the umpire his he's got to have the different communication devices there. Bernard's got his arm in a sling, so I don't think he will be coming back into this game. Handoff on 3rd and 2, and the Bills stuff him. Chubb gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down and 2, maybe 3 if they got him a yard behind there. It might be a loss or it might be no gain. Depends on where they spot it. And the Texans are going to punt. And we've got flags. False start on the Tejanos. The Tejanos. And that's going to be 13 flags now. And since we all know whose favorite number is 13, and we just got to get her back on there. There she is. Hairston is now walking back to the locker room very gingerly, slowly. It looks like, again, that might have been a ringing of the bell, as it were. Kick is away, and the Bills are going to fair catch that down at the 7. So they got a long way to go. They want to try to get back into this game and get the lead, or at least cut the lead down to 1 if they settle for a field goal. We'll see what happens on this drive. Maybe we can get some plays here without there being an injury. Got a handoff to Cook, and Cook's going to get 1, 2, 3, maybe about 4 yards on the carry. 2nd and 6 upcoming on this particular play. Second and 6 indeed. Allen in shotgun. Takes the snap. He steps back. Does have time. Throws. It's going to be completed, but only good for about 3 yards. Shakir gets the pass. So it's going to be 3rd and 3 upcoming here. And the Texans switch out the defense to the 3rd down defense here. Bit of a hunting squad, if you will. Just sending out the HKs, the hunter killers. Play clock down to 4, down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. Allen gets the snap off. Steps back, throws over the middle. It's going to be caught and then fumbled. And that's a Texans recovery. And I think that is a catch and fumble. I don't think that's an incomplete pass. Jesus Christ. And that was Shakir. Again. Let's see. Catch. Has possession. 1, 2, 3. Makes a football move. I think that's a catch. I think that's a catch and fumble. Yep. And the Texans have a chance to really put this game away right now. Why am I not seeing what Irish... Did Irish say something? Why am I not seeing it? What? NRG Stadium is ranked 4th worst for causing injury. Why am I not seeing... Did Irish say something? Why am I not seeing him in the chat? It's weird. Second down and 3. It's going to be about a half a yard if that. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Does Woody Marks. Perhaps he says, did the Texans convert on 4th down or get a turn? They got a turnover. Why am I not seeing Irish in the chat? Is Irish invisible to me for some reason? Why can't I see Irish? And on 3rd and 2, fighting his way, Woody Marks gets a first down. 1st and 10 from going to be about the 12-yard line. ELS, are you talking to Irish? Is he in the chat, and why can none of us see him? Okay, so nobody else is seeing Irish, but you're seeing everybody. Like, ELS is talking to Irish, but nobody else can see Irish except for ELS. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Oh, and just falling to the floor is Woody Marks. ELS says, I see his messages in the chat, or is he like instant messaging you or something? Because that's it. I'm not seeing him in the chat. Nobody is seeing him in the chat. Did you hide him or something? Did you accidentally hide him, ELS? ELS does have, he's got the finger problem, and he'll put people in timeout by accident, and he'll do something. I bet you he accidentally hit him. And so now ELS is the only person that can see him, and we can't see him. Has Irish been talking to us this whole time, and we haven't been able to see him because you accidentally hit him, ELS? What are you doing? Delay a game on the Texans. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Well, something's wrong because we can't see him. That's going to be 2nd and 15 now, back at the 16-yard line. I was going to say, there is something going on. Irish panic. I will. Well, who are you talking to? I can't see. What is Irish saying? Paul says, Irish actually just said, I'm done being a loser Texan fan. I'm going to join Colts Nation. Oh, okay. I see. I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense, Paul. That seems like something he would say. So what happened to him? What is going on? This is weird. This is weird. This night's just getting weird. 3rd and 15 for the Texans. Mills back, looks, throws. It's going to be caught. Gets it down to the 8-yard line, maybe 7, depending on the spot. I think it's going to be the 8, though. And it looks like the Texans are going to settle for 3 here as the third quarter is getting close to the close. I don't know, ELS, I got to say, from the looks of it, I think that, it feels like that's something Irish would say, though. I know, he's in the ether. Only you could really communicate with him, but it seems like, he's willing to go ahead and dismiss his Texans fandom and just go full Colts, He's going to be like that guy for the Colts that sings the song, These are our Colts. These are our team. We love you. No, that guy, You know that guy? So that could be the case. Kick is up and good. Texans 23. Bills 16. Lloyd says the Sixth Sense NFL edition. Like, that's what I mean. I don't see him as even a participant in the chat here. So, I mean, he's literally I cannot find him. Did you accidentally hide him? Because you can hide people in here, like on the thing here. Like, it says hide user on this channel. Did you accidentally hide him? Irish says, oh my God, I just threw up a little. Says ELS. We're having... Get the Ouija board. We got to talk to Irish. Oh, great spirits of the beyond. Please communicate with our friend Irish Panic. Let him know that we know he really wants to be a Colts fan instead of a Texans fan. Paul in the chat says, welcome, Irish, for the shoe. And that kick's going to go in the end zone. Bills are going to kneel on it there, and that's going to make it to the 35 for a touchback. By the way, the Bills have officially listed Terrell Bernard, linebacker, as out with an elbow injury. I mean, we saw him with the sling on the sideline, so we kind of assumed that anyway. Irish says through ELS, through his medium, ELS, says, I'm pretty sure it's my YouTube. I probably need to restart my phone, but this is too much fun. Josh Allen getting... oh, my God! Josh Allen just got destroyed. Oh, my God.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
That Josh Allen hit, I think, actually deserves another one, too.
Oh my God, the quarterback is toast.
Because he fucking got murdered. By the way, that play does end the third quarter. And so you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Even for you, Ghost Irish, wherever you may be, in the home, wherever you may be, my good friend, put up the Ghost Fours. You got to have the Ghost Fours up there for our friend Irish. And for this, as we're here for all 4 quarters here on this broadcast. And this has been the third quarter was a bit of a slow one. A lot of injuries, a lot of penalties. Things slowed down a bit. But this has been a very entertaining game outside of that. So get the fours up because we're here all 4 quarters as you see the players do on the sidelines. That's what we do here on Stay Tuned Sports. 1, 2, 3. Get the fours up. In the chat, at home, take a picture of yourself, put it up on our Twitter, put it up in our Discord with the link in the description below and in the top of the chat. Wherever you want to do, get the fours up. That is fun. Oh, okay. I see what you did. Yeah, I don't know why. Why did that change? All right. I see what you did, Lloyd. Yeah, I went to live chat instead of top chat. Why? First of all, why is it only in top chat? Why it should just be live chat all the time? And then why was it excluding people in top chat? I don't understand that. But hey, great to see you again, Irish. We have peered through the veil, man. We have peered through the veil. We are through this thinness of the veil to the other side. Welcome to the other side, my friend. I see Irish now too. I do see him. That's another. Yeah, for some reason, the chat room was on default top chat instead of live chat. I don't know what makes Irish not top chat, but apparently. That's what I thought. I didn't know. Like I was like, is he talk? Did he hide him for some reason? Is he not like what the fuck is going on? Apparently, yeah. That's a thing YouTube does now. Way to go, YouTube! Thanks a lot. 2nd and 18 after that sack, throws to Cook, and that's good for 4 yards. So 3rd and 12 upcoming. Actually, they're going to say 3rd and 13 from the 32. I was saying, I'm tight, dude. That's one of the weirdest things that's ever happened on here. I'm glad you're still with us, though, Irish. It's known about you, it's fede et spiritus sancti. Josh Allen, 3rd and 13. He's going to pull it down and run it himself, and he's going to get the first down and slides for the first down. Yeah, the Texans left that entire middle of the field open. Paul says, I guess he's still a dirty Texans fan. That's what they're saying. It's starting to look like Joe Burrow is going to start this week. I don't know about that particular decision. Gain of 2, Gillum gets the reception out of the backfield. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Bills from their 48-yard line. Irish says that's back-to-back division champion Texan fan to you, Paul. But, last year it was division champ by default, really. I mean, it was not a fantastic Texan season last year, if we can be honest with each other. And we're going to be honest with each other, Irish. Hand off to Cook, and he's going to get a first down and more to the 40, to the 35, down to the 32. And that's going to be a first down for the Bills. Irish says, hey, a division title is a division title, I suppose. You think back to, 15, 16 years ago with the Seahawks being 7-9. They were technically NFC West champions, so. And you had Beastquake at the home game, so, you give them that. They did win a playoff game. Hand off to Cook. He gets a 3-yard gain there down to the 29. By the way, AJ Epenza, who we thought might have had like a concussion or something like that, he was evaluated for a neck injury, and he has been cleared to return for the Bills. Yeah, that was where I don't know what's up with YouTube or why they did that or why that's the default. By the way, Cook, he's going to get about 4 or 5 yards on that carry. They actually marked it as a 2nd and 7, so that's going to be 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3 upcoming here. Hand off to Cook, and he's only going to get half a yard. 4th and 1.5 coming up here for the Bills. Feels like you got to go for it here. Here's the thing. Here's the funny thing when you talk about the Colts, like the funny thing about divisional championship anomalies is that for the AFC East, that the Jets are 5th in AFC East division titles. And you're like, how can that be? There's only 4 teams. Well, before 2002 when the Houston Texans, obviously there was only 3 divisions. And the NFC East also had the Colts in it. So the Colts have won more AFC. And nope, not even close. 4th and 1, and they're going to lose 2 yards. And the Texans take over. Jesus Christ. Irish, yeah, no, Irish, it wasn't your phone. Yeah, Irish, it wasn't your phone that screwed up. It was all us here. Yes, we can all see it. We've all pulled the curtain back on the veil to the other side, and now we see Irish for who he is. You know what's crazy? I think the last time the Giants won a division title was it 2008? I think it was the year after we won the first Super Bowl against the Patriots. That's the last time we won a division title, and we went 1-out in the playoffs that year. But it's been a while for the Giants. But the NFC East has gone years without back-to-back division winners up until the Eagles did it, I think, last year. No, it still hasn't been back-to-back. The Eagles can do it this year. They're most likely doing it this year, let's be honest. Irish, yes, you are the ghost of Stay Tuned Sports. The last time the Giants won was our Super Bowl year 2011. We won at 9-7. So that's one of those years where we won we won the division by default. I think we beat the Cowboys in that last game. That's what gave us the division. If we would have lost that game, the Cowboys would have got the division and gotten to the playoffs. But that's the last time we won was, Jesus Christ, so long ago. But the last time there was a repeat champion was the Eagles. The Eagles won it 4 times from 2001 to 2004. Then there's been a different champion every year since. The Giants in 2005, then the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, Redskins, Eagles, Cowboys, Redskins, Cowboys, Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles, Redskins, Cowboys, Eagles, Cowboys, Eagles. That's crazy. 2nd down and 9 coming up at the first down play there. for the Texans. Under 10 minutes to play now here in the fourth quarter. Question 14. I didn't even see that. Thank you very much, ELS. By the way, the 15th question here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. Where can you get a Bacon Melt signature slinger? Where can you get a Bacon Melt signature slinger? Is that Happy Jack's down there at fucking in Australia? What used to be, what's known as Burger King. Dropped pass. Dalton Schultz can't hold on to it. 3rd and 9 for the Texans. I think it's something Jack, Happy Jack, something Jack, stuff like that. ELS says the answer is Sonic. They closed our Sonic here in Bayonne, New Jersey. They closed it. I don't know why. I missed those hospital burgers. Those were good. Oh, free reign on Davis Mills, and he's going to throw that away. Did that reach? Oh, boy, I don't think that reached the line of scrimmage, and there was no, they're going to say he's outside the pocket, but it didn't reach the line of scrimmage. Either way, 4th and 9. I'm going to say he's outside of the pocket, but there was no receiver in the area, and I don't think it reached the line of scrimmage, so that should have been a flag if we're going to be honest. I love Sonic. Their burgers remind me of burgers you get in a hospital, but I like the burgers you get in a hospital, so they're pretty good. And plus they got tots, dude. Tater tots all day. Bills get it at the 29, return it up to about the 37, and that's where they're going to take over here with 9:08, looking to tie the game up with a touchdown and an extra point. Can the Bills get back into this game, or will the Texans defense keep their stranglehold on this game? I'd try it, Lord. Give it a shot. They're not bad. Plus, you get the chili cheese dog, the chili cheese coney. You get that. You get a couple of cheesy tots. Oh, you're talking about a good time. Irish letting us know it took 13 seasons before there was a first back-to-back NFC South champion. Obviously, the NFC South and AFC South, newly created divisions, as was the North, I believe. Yes. Because it was the divisions used to be the East, the Central, and the West for both AFC and NFC. And then when the Texans came in, they decided to split them up into 4 divisions of 4 teams each. Nice and even. So you no longer had, what was it? The AFC Central had 4 teams, and the NFC West had 4 teams. And then all the other ones had 5. And so they were able to change that up there. So that's it. The Norths and Souths were new divisions. East and West, they've been around forever, man. Question 16 here on Thursday Night Football Trivia, brought to you by your good friend ELS. The name of the 2004 film where Morgan Spurlock eats all of his meals at McDonald's for a month. And he completely lied about all the data and then was outed for being a bit of a liar and kind of a piece of shit. And now he's dead, so that's fine. But that was called Supersize Me, and that ruined it because I love to get my supersized fucking fries, and that piece of shit lied about it and screwed us all over, and now we don't have supersized fries. How dare he? Ruined it. He ruined it. He ruined it, and now he's dead. With his lies and propaganda, big fucking liar he was, Morgan Spurlock. So mad. I get so mad at Morgan Spurlock for taking away my supersized fries. That's how you know I'm a fatty. I loved my supersized fries, and they took it away from me. Throw, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. Knox, it looks like, got that one. Second and 5. Oh, and Josh Allen's going to get sacked again.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
The AFC Central they had the Browns, Bengals, Oilers, Ravens, Steelers, and then did they add the Jaguars there? Shakir holds on to the ball this time, and he stays in bounds. Oh, and he's going. He's down to the 30, 25, down at the 20. On 3rd and 12 after the sack, the Bills go from their own 36 down to the Houston Texans 20. And Allen gets sacked again. Is that going to be another 5 or 6 yard loss? Jesus Christ.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
Paul said the defense holding at 16, but that 16 is in danger now. But again, they just get another sack there, and you got 2nd and 15 back at the 25 now. There was only 4 teams in the Central, by the way. The 4 teams in the Central were the Steelers, Ravens, Browns, and Titans, it says in 2001. I don't know why. That can't be right. Yeah, that can't be right. Yeah, no, it wasn't right. You're right. No, we're right. Steelers, Ravens, Browns, Titans, who were the Oilers, Bengals, and then they had the Jaguars in there on the expansion team. Well, yeah, it was 5, 5, and 6. And then in the NFC, it was 5, 5, and 4. Throws incomplete on 3rd and 10. Yeah, I was wrong. You're right. I looked it up. You're right. Because that was it. In the NFC, there used to be 2 with 4 and 1 with 5 until the Panthers came in. And then the NFC West, they got their 5th team with the Panthers. And then so the NFC East was the only one with 4. So the Bills are going to go for a field goal, settle for a field goal with 5:44 remaining, and it's up and it's good. So this is getting weird here at the end of the game here. The Texans defense, man, really carrying this game and carrying this team, getting into the backfield, just killing. Yeah, I get the real. Here's the thing, though, and I know people were always screaming about the NFC East, but listen, you're never taking the Cowboys away from the Giants or the Cardinals, or you were never taking the Cowboys away from the Giants or the Eagles or like that was never going to happen. Well, how are the Cowboys in the East? It doesn't matter at that point. The tradition matters more than the location. So I remember people were bitching about that. So that's why the Cardinals, Cardinal moving the Cardinals from the East to West made sense because the Cardinals didn't really have a rivalry tremendously with anybody. So when they realigned, moving them to the West made sense. Why are the Cowboys not listed on it? That's weird. Because that's it. The NFC had 5, but they don't have the Cowboys listed on there. That's weird. And that's on the NFL's website. That's weird. Irish in the chat says, I told you the Texans defense has been carrying this team all season, and they're literally the only reason that they are in any game. And again, if they win this game, and right now they are in the lead and they are going to be getting the ball back here, if the offense can run the ball, which seems to me the easiest thing to do, just run the goddamn ball. Run the clock out, you'll be fine. You'll be able to just got to become a couple of clock suckers, and you win the game. But even if they don't, even if they give up the ball again, it feels like the Bills can't get any momentum here. And again, that offensive line is getting destroyed by this Texans front. Oh, I thought they would have had total sacks on there. Guess not. I thought I'd be able to see that. And the Texans get that up to a 21-yard line on a kickoff, and that is where they will start. Mills, 1st and 10, steps back. He's going to throw. That's going to be caught by Higgins. Clock stops 5:29. That's not what you want if you're the Texans. You want to run that clock. First and 10, and that's going to be a loss of half a yard on first down. 2nd and 10.5. Is that true? They've sacked Josh Allen 6 times already? Jesus Christ. Punch the microphone. Throw catch. Good for about 5 yards, but that's going to be out of bounds and stops the clock. Oh, no, they're keeping the clock running. Never mind. Yeah, Allen's been sacked 6 times. Mills throws over the middle. It's going to be caught, but 3 yards short of the first down. 4th and 3 upcoming. And that clock is running 3:28, 3:27, 3:26. Fourth, and they're going to say 4th and 2. It looks 4th and 3 to me, but. Irish says, after Josh put up 44 last week, I benched him for Stafford. The problem is my backup quarterback on my fantasy team was Jackson Dart, and I'm not sure if he was going to play this week, so I had to start Josh. And not turning out great. Not turning out great. Oh, that's Wendy's ELS, by the way. Where's the beef? Which was question 17, by the way. Thursday Night Football Trivia brought to you by your good friend ELS. Fast food slogans. Who said, where's the beef? That was the old lady. Shakir gets the ball on a bounce. Dangerous, but he does get it to the 18, and that's where the Bills will start. Need a touchdown. They are down 4 points, 23-19. It's touchdown or nothing for the Bills. They have all 3 timeouts, as do the Texans. Paul says, punt it, trust the defense. Why would you not trust your defense at this point? Exactly, Paul. If you're the Texans, they've been all over Josh Allen. This offensive line has not been able to stop him. He needs time to throw the ball, and he does not have that. Allen, quick throw out of the backfield to Cook. Gets it to the 24. So that's going to be a gain of 7? 6. 2nd and 4 from the 24. Are you okay? Like how bad? Are you just not, like, is it because of the coughing? You're not sick? Are you sick or? Okay. Yeah. Blood pressure maybe? Go lay down. Go relax. Be in there right after the game, okay? Did you? Okay, yeah, that's why I was wondering if it was the blood pressure or not. Pepper Jack don't feel good. Pepper Jack doesn't feel good, so we got to take care of that. We'll take care of that. We're going to take care of that. Pepper Jack feeling dizzy. Not good. Not good. Not the fun dizzy. I felt dizzy before, and it's been fun. This isn't fun dizzy. So here we are. 2-minute warning here. 3rd and 1 is going to be coming up here after we get back from the 2-minute warning here. Paul, I think the Colts defense is good enough and the offense is good. Like, here's the thing. Jonathan Taylor's great. Your offensive line is good. Daniel Jones has been playing fantastic. You got Warren there out of Penn State playing fantastic. Everything is going right for the Colts. We're going to find, again, I think this is another test coming up this week, playing the Chiefs. Despite everybody, Chiefs are 5-5. How is that? The Chiefs are still a benchmark. They're still a benchmark. They're still a test. And this is a desperate Chiefs team. This is a team that if they lose this game, boy, making the playoffs becomes seriously questionable. You can kiss the division goodbye. Now you're talking about even making the playoffs for the Chiefs. So I think that's something. So that's going to be something. And then, yeah, Irish saying can't wait to play the Colts. That's a big divisional matchup there between the Colts and the Texans. Big rivalry game. And that's going to be fun. That's going to be interesting games to watch there. And, again, that's going to be iron sharpening iron and see where everybody is. The Colts are out to that early lead there again with their much better record. And it's taken the Texans a little bit of time to get some footing, if you will. But the offense is playing well enough compared to what, they're not playing as good as nearly as the defense is, clearly. And the defense is what's going to be carrying the Texans if the Texans can somehow worm their way back into the playoff picture. Paul says, Jones, it scares me the last 2 games, 7 turnovers from Jones. Again, I think, you had the one game against the Steelers defense, which, despite how they've underperformed this year, can still be a dangerous defense, and they were. And then that game in Munich, or in Berlin, sorry. It was a bit sloppy, but he also still played well. Like, he was still able to get the ball to Pierce. They still played well. He played well. Again, he's got to learn to hold on to the ball a little bit better. But, I mean, that was him with the Giants, too. I can tell you that for as much as I love Daniel Jones. So there's no play clock. They just came out on the field and said, well, the play clock's not working. So they're going to keep the play clock on the field, the official says. So they don't have the referees down. The umpire was playing is now being the ref. And now he had to come out and say that he's going to keep the play clock on the field. So we have no idea when the play clock is going to be down or not. But 2 minutes left, 3rd and 1. From their own 27, Josh Allen looks, throws, gets it to Shakir, and Shakir's going to get it to the 35-yard line. First down, Bills out of bounds, stops the clock. Question 18, by the way, this is, again, fast food slogans here from Eli. Sorry, I didn't do any of this during the commercial. We were too busy talking about other shit. You can never be too thin. I have no fucking idea who would fucking do that one. I have no idea what that even means, ELS, to be honest with you. Irish says, if the Texans can win this game, they have the tiebreakers over the Bills and Ravens. Yeah, but you'd have to have the same record as them. And, again, you'd still have a way to go to get there, but they might. You never know. Throws, that's going to be Johnson. He gets 9 yards on that throw. 144, 143, 142. The Bills have not taken a timeout yet. 2nd and 1 from the 44-yard line. Throw here to Knox. That's going to be a first down. Gain of 2 yards. Clock still running. Bills have 3 timeouts and have not taken a timeout yet. Play clock is back working on the field. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Bills do get the snap off. Josh Allen back. Throws. Incomplete. Looking for a flag are the Bills, and they are not going to get one. Elijah Moore was looking for a flag there. Did not get it. Second and 10. Josh Allen can't find anybody open, and he's going to get sacked. I don't know what you can't run around like that, like just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and they're still not calling a timeout. I think they finally did. Jesus Christ.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
And ELS, that's kind of a dirty thing to do because you were talking about how this is all fast food trivia, and we've been doing nothing but fast food trivia, and then you throw in a snack food trivia. That's dirty. That's a little dirty. You're doing everybody dirty with the trivia. How dare you? So the Bills finally take their first timeout. After the sack, it's going to be... What's the official mark here? Any update here? Come on, guys. Update the fucking mark. I want to see where it is. Third and 20. Josh Allen, he's running again. We've got a flag down that's going to be holding, and he's sacked again. This is the game. That's it. It's over.
But too bad your ass got sacked.
So, yeah, of course they're going to decline the penalty because now it is 4th and 27 because of the sack. That is now, because you say that's 8 sacks. That's 8 sacks on the night. Josh Allen shaking his hand, trying to get some feeling back into it. 4th and 27. Here's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna take a miracle. Allen steps back, throws. It's going to be caught. Oh, a little bit of a hook and ladder, and the Bills are going to get it. First down and more, down to the 30, down to the 25-yard line for Shakir. The old hook and lateral works, and it's a first down for the Bills on 4th and 27. They convert and get it down to the Texans' 25-yard line. Holy shit. Unbelievable. Officially out to 26. 1st and 10. And the Texans are going to take their first timeout. 41 seconds remaining. Paul says he is Superman. I'll tell you what. A hell of a call by Joe Brady. Hell of an execution by the Bills. And that Allen got that out. They were able to just the execution on a night where it's been tough for the Bills to execute anything. Maybe this is how you try to keep that defense as a little bit honest. Do a couple trickerations here. Irish is saying, shake my head. This is what the Texans do. Lloyd's like, we might be eating crow. But listen, I'm saying this is, if the this has been an entertaining game from both ends. Allen takes the snap, looks, throws, has a man. He caught it. They're going to say he's out of bounds. Did he not have it in? I thought Gabe caught that. Let's see. Catch. 1. Nope. Yep, that foot's out. No catch. Oh, God, how close that was. 2nd and 10. 35 seconds remaining. Gabe Davis almost had a hell of a catch that would have put the Bills in a goal-to-goal situation down at the 3. Instead, it is 2nd and 10 from the 26. Low score. 23-19 is not low scoring. Down to the 17-yard line, 1 yard short. Bills are going to take a timeout. 28 seconds remaining. 3rd and 1 upcoming. I mean, low scoring compared to last week for the Bills? Sure, but not a low scoring game. Ira says, this is everything you can want from it. I was going to say, compared to literally the last 3.5, 4 weeks that we've had of primetime games, not just Thursday Night Football, but primetime games, this has been a good one. This has been a good one and a fun one. I'm glad we had this because this has been a fun watch here on Stay Tuned Sports. Allen on 3rd and 1. That's tipped away. 4th and 1 with 24 seconds remaining. Do the Bills go for the first down and take a quick timeout? Do you go for it all, and if you miss it, it's over? Here it is again. We are down to the game. 24 seconds. on the clock. 4th and 1. The Bills at the Texans' 17-yard line. Shakir in motion. And we got early movement on the Bills. So that's going to be 4th and 6 now. Oh, no. Just when you think it can't get any worse. So now it goes from 4th and 1 to 4th and 6. Back at the Houston 22. Hey, Taylor, yeah, but we got drama. 4th and 6. Allen goes up to the line. Shakir in motion. Josh looks, throws, intercepted. That throw was kind of underthrown. I don't know what he was looking at. There was somebody wrong, but we got a flag. Hold on. There's a flag down. They say pass interference on the offense. That play is going to be declined. And the game is over. The Houston Texans defense. Let's all kind of be a little bit honest here. The Houston Texans defense goes on and defeats the Buffalo Bills down in Houston, Texas. 23-19. Unbelievable. Paul says GG's. Irish says yes. Lloyd says Texans win. Irish says, of course, there's a flag, but of course it was against the Bills, so now you're happy. Now you're happy. Lloyd says eating crow again twice this season. I was going to say, man, that you never want to count out the Bills, but there you go. The kneel down is complete, and the Texans get above 500 as they are now 6-5. The Bills will fall to 7-4. And the Texans, who everybody left for dead, are back in the playoff conversation. And they still got 2 games against the Colts. They still got a couple of games coming up here where they certainly seem like they have some winnable ones. We'll see how they stack up. They have a chance to still make noise, especially with this defense playing, knowing that the defense is what's going to have to win them games because it's not going to be the offense. But with that defense, you never know. This is the defense that I think the Steelers wish they had, or that we all thought that they were going to have, and they ended up not having it. It's surprising. It really is surprising. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen, the final. The Texans, 23, the Bills, 19. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name has been King. Well, I mean, it still is King. It's not going to end being King just because the game's over. But I do want to thank you all for joining us here. If you'd like to help us out before you get out of here, you can hit that like button, helps us out. You can hit the share button, share this channel, let people know that we do exist. That's fantastic. And, of course, if you have not hit that subscribe button yet, you can go ahead and hit that as we are on the road to 1,000 and hopefully being monetized here on the great platform known as YouTube. If you want to help us out even more, you can go to the top to the description below this video. We have a link for our donation station and our merch store with our myriad of merchandise that is available, including Fuck the Ref shirts, the Bengals Sell the Team shirts. We have Jackson Dart shirts, 8-bit helmets, all the goodies, coffees, mugs, banners, anything you can want. We've got that in there and more stuff coming all the time. So thank you so much if you want to do that. Also, if you wouldn't mind, going to W.GG and putting in the code ST Sports if you're going to order an energy drink. No sugar, no artificial flavors or colorings, no artificial junk, nothing that's going to give you jitters. Just pure, fantastic energy, vitamins, Neurofactor. We get all that from our good friends over at W. Go to W.GG, enter ST Sports to get 10% off your initial order. WB better. I think that's all the plugs and everything else that we have to do there. So tomorrow will be the Friday forecast where we'll go ahead and predict how we feel the rest of this week 12 will go. So far, 0-1 as I picked the Bills in this game, as did 71% of the people in our poll. And 71% of the people in our poll were wrong, as indeed it was the H-Town Bully Boys that won. So 29% of you, which I know includes Irish, is one of them. He says best defense in the league right now. Hard to argue that. Crafty says the Bills are now 2 losses plus a tiebreaker behind the Patriots, so really 3 games. They have another game coming up with the Patriots, clearly, but right now it is that Patriots division to lose, and we're back to having the Patriots being a top team in the AFC again. So we'll see how that all shakes out, and we'll see how the rest of Week 12 shakes out. Irish says of course you picked the Texans, Irish. Of course you did. Our ghost, our chat ghost, that is Irish Panic. But until tomorrow, when we will be doing the Friday forecast live at 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I certainly hope to see all of you here for that. My name is King. This has been Thursday Night Football on Stay Tuned Sports. You have a great rest of your Thursday evening, and enjoy your Friday. As, hey, listen, man, Feel Good Friday. It's time to get the hell out of work, and when you're done getting out of work, you can just jump on YouTube and watch us pick and predict football games and yell at me for being how wrong I am. But until then, adios, everybody. Have a good night.